Tank Davis has no fear at this point in his career. At this point in Tank's career, he's approaching 30 years old. He is completely sure of himself. The reason that I know Tank Davis has no fear is the fact that he's taking on Frank Martin. This entire time I've been saying Tank needs to fight an African American fighter, a black fighter, a Negro with fast feet. And only then will we know how great Tank Davis is. We're about to find out so much. Now, you may ask me who's going to win this fight. At first I thought this fight was 50-50, but I went back and I watched Tank's last fight and I watched Frank's last fight. This fight is 60-40. I give Tank the edge to win this fight. The reason why I give him the edge is because Tank seems much more sure of himself in the ring than Frank Martin. Frank Martin seems like he's still trying to figure out who he is as a boxer. He's still developing his style. That may be because he started late. If you in here, make sure you tapping the screen. Make sure you liking the live. It should always be people tapping the screen, liking the live if they choose to be in here. Someone said Frank Martin did improve though, but still give it to Tank. Yeah, Frank Martin is very good. I mean, he's one of the top lightweights in the world. Frank, thank you, everybody that's tapping the screen. Frank Martin is one of the top lightweights in the world. That's why I said Tank Davis has no fear. He's taking on one of the top lightweights in the world. Frank Martin is just an older guy who, yes, this is real, Soul Negro. This is signed. This is the deal. Frank Martin is an older guy. He started late, so he's not a champion yet. But they're fighting for the belt. Frank Martin has faster feet, a little bit taller than Tank. They have sparring history. But from what I've seen in Frank Martin's last fight, he takes too long to make decisions. Tank's brain works at such a fast pace in the ring, it's crazy. Tank doesn't take long to make his decisions. He does his processing, he does his waiting in the early rounds, but once he decides that he has that data collected, his decision making is like an instance. He doesn't leave counter punches on the table. He is one of the most accurate punchers in the world. Frank Martin, on the other hand, when he fought Argentinian, I don't know if you saw that fight, but he was catching, but he wasn't countering, and Derrick James got on him about that. Catching shots, making a guy miss, but he wasn't countering. Tank Davis, he doesn't really leave.
What's up, bro?
What's good, NBA 2K?
What's
Yeah,
up?
be on. Everybody in the chat, stop coming and asking, is this a real fight? Yes, it's a real fight. This is going to be the biggest challenge of both of these men's careers. We're
Yeah,
about to find out
yeah,
if Tank could cut off the ring against a black fighter with fast feet.
yeah. It's gonna be a good fight though. But I think I'm gonna take Tank in this fight.
I have to take Tank as well. First, I thought it
Yeah.
was 50-50, but it's really 60-40. When you look at how
Ye-
Tank has been performing, and keep in mind, um, Tank, I believe Hector Garcia was a southpaw, right? Exactly. Um, Tank against southpaws is amazing. He gets hit a little bit more, but he is amazing against southpaws. I don't know if Frank Martin's gonna be able to deal with Tank Davis. Frank is very underrated because he had a slow start in boxing because he started boxing later. So he's very, very underrated. But this is one of the toughest challenges that Tank could have taken on. The only challenges that are tougher than this are the ones at 140. But this is a great start for somebody who's trying to be a pay-per-view star, who's trying to go on a pay-per-view run before he retires. The Tank probably only going to be boxing for 4 or 5 more years. But this is a great start. Ryan Garcia was him dipping his foot in the water, and this is a great second fight to keep the iron hot. Cherry pick is what Tank is doing. This is not a cherry pick at all, Miguel Garza, at all. Frank Martin has fast feet, fast hands, great boxing IQ. He's tough and he's competitive. The reason why I think Tank is going to win is because in Frank Martin's last fight, he was taking way too long to make decisions. It looked like he wasn't comfortable with his own style. Tank is much more comfortable in the ring, and Tank knows exactly what he's doing and what he's coming to do. Frank Martin is like he's still trying to develop his style, and you can't be doing that shit at this point. Not against Tank Davis, you can't be doing that. So hopefully he's hit the lab and he's figured out how he wants to fight with Derrick James.
Yeah.
And the fact, hey, Fouls 33, thanks for liking the live. Everybody that's here, make sure y'all tapping that screen. But check this out. As far as Tank Davis making this fight, we know that at this point in his career, he has no fear, he has no doubt. Because it's a dangerous fight for him. He's giving the man a chance so he could bypass. Tank doesn't have to fight Frank Martin. He could bypass Frank Martin. And now
Yeah.
I kind of understand what Calvin said when he said a oldie but goodie, because Frank is old, but at the end of the day, Tank is old as well. So that's why it kind of didn't make sense. That's why I didn't think he was talking about Frank Martin. I thought he was talking about Loma. But they was talking about Frank, man. Oldie but goodie. Frank is old, but he's good. Tank is old, but Tank has proven himself to be on the verge of being great.
Martin too. He's a good boxer, man. I like him.
Somebody said Frank ain't top five. Well, Frank may not be top five to you, but when you look at his skill set, when you look at his athleticism, he's at least top 10. He's one of the top
Yeah,
athletes
he is.
in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, Frank Martin is extremely underrated. The fact that Tank is fighting this man, lets me know that Tank don't have no fear at this point in his career, man.
Which one is the slicker fighter? I'm trying to say.
Frank Martin is slicker, but it's not gonna matter about who's
Yeah, a
slicker.
lot of people say he. Yeah.
It's not gonna matter about who's slicker though. This fight is gonna end up being a war.
Tank. I don't know, man. I could see Tank just knocking him out probably. I don't know.
Um, I don't even think Tank may not need the knockout. In Frank Martin's last fight, he was hesitant to throw his hands until certain points. Like in the 6th round, he turned it on. In the 11th,
Yeah.
in the 12th round, he turned it on. Yes, it's
Yep.
confirmed,
Yep.
Frisco.
Yeah.
Everybody been talking about this. I don't know how y'all don't know that this is not confirmed. But
Yeah.
Frank Martin, in his last fight, he took way too long to turn it on. Hey, yo, NBA 2K, you gotta mute yourself, man. You got a lot in your background. No offense, but it's a lot of background noise, man. Somebody says it might be a good chess match. No, it won't be. The only way I see Frank Martin winning this fight, he has to let his hands go. And he also has to figure out the style that he wants to fight in. Derek James wants him to fight in a style like Errol Spence, but Frank Martin, that's not his natural body mechanics. That's not his natural mentality. Frank Martin has much faster feet than Errol, and he's more slick of a fighter than Errol. So I think Frank should fight on the back foot. But the problem is, if he doesn't let his hands go, it's not going to matter if he fighting on the back foot, because we know Tank don't have no hesitation with his offense. Tank is a naturally gifted offensive fighter. He has great defense as well because of his reflexes and shit and his time in the sport. But he is naturally gifted offensively in a way like how Sugar Ray Robinson was naturally gifted offensively. But if Frank Martin don't let his hands go, if he don't use his speed, because Frank Martin has speed like Meldrick Taylor, but he doesn't throw punches like how Meldrick Taylor used to. Meldrick didn't waste the opportunity.
Yeah.
Whenever he could throw, he threw. Frank, he was very hesitant in his last fight. That's not going to beat Tank Davis.
Yeah.
Frank Martin has as much of a chance does Frank have against. I don't know what you try to ask. You got to ask that question. Somebody
Yeah.
said, did he tell you that? What you mean? Darger, what you mean? Did he tell you that? This is going to be one of the greatest fights that we've seen this year. This is going to be one of the best fights of the year. I mean, how much of a chance does Frank have against Tank? This is a 60-40 fight. Frank Martin has a 40% chance. It depends on how he fights. If he fights and he comes forward, he lets his hands go, and he's aggressive early. In the Argentinian fight, he took to round 6 to start getting aggressive. Against Tank, you need to come out that bitch guns blazing. Just try not to get knocked out. Because at the end of the day, Tank is not gonna throw his hands. So Tank is trying to hit you, land a couple big shots on you, knock your ass out. So you need to come out there, guns blazing, run the score up on him. Yeah, but Rolly don't have the footwork and the reflexes of Frank Martin. But you need to come out there the same way that Rolly and Ryan came out there, guns blazing, and you need to run up the scorecard on Tank. And then you have to try not to get knocked out. But the
Yep.
way that Frank Martin was
Hey,
fighting in his
yeah,
last
yeah,
fight,
yeah. That too.
he was too hesitant. Like you're not.
Yeah.
If he goes in there and he's trying to be super patient and all that, he's playing into Tank's game, And it's not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
Godfrey, it's not gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a great fight, bro. This is such a great fight. And this right here showed me that Tank not really scared nobody,
Mm-hmm.
because this is a dangerous fight. And he don't have to offer this man this fight.
Is it already official? They gonna fight?
Yeah, man, it's official.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a good fight, bro.
This is a great fight, man.
I
Tank
can't
got
wait to see
in
this,
this
man.
fight. We gonna see if Tank could cut the ring off against a black
So they
fighter
gonna be fighting in the summertime or the springtime, I heard.
up the summer.
The summer. Ah, yeah.
I hope Frank Martin doesn't get knocked out, because I don't. That's the only thing about the Tank fights. The knockouts look cool, but I want to see a 12-round war. I want to see a real good fight.
Yeah, me too. I want to see them two
But
go to
like, yo,
war.
I know what you were saying before. Didn't Ryan Garcia, he tried to get aggressive and rush him, throwing them wild
Yeah,
ass hooks
yeah, yeah.
and try to, because he knew, like what you just said, like I gotta
Mm-hmm.
get him, I gotta hurt him, because if not, he gonna
Mm-hmm.
hurt me. I gotta get respect
It's
early.
not even about the respect, for real. Tank got a hell of
Yeah,
a chin. Like, you could get his respect, he could still walk you down. What he needs to do, what Frank Martin need to do, is let his hands go and run up the scorecards, and then
yeah.
survive after that. Just
Mm.
don't get knocked out, because if he tries to fight how he fought his last fight, I don't know if you've seen it. He fought a German named Adentunyan. He was being
Mm-hmm.
too passive. He was waiting too long. That's Tank's game. That's what Tank is great at doing. Tank is great at waiting. He only needs one good punch to get you out of there. So you don't want to play his game. Go out there, throw a bunch of punches, run the scorecards up. You never know how you're going to affect somebody when you push the pace, and then don't get
Yeah,
knocked out.
kind of like what Fury did to Wilder in the second fight, where he kind of like bum rushed him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And somebody says he got to make Tank come forward. Tank gonna come forward anyway. Tank is coming
yeah,
forward anyway. Frank Martin is bigger than Tank, and Frank Martin has faster feet. So Frank, he could box on the back foot, and he could score a lot. That's really what he should do. But he has to let his hands go. If he's in there overthinking like how he was doing in the Argentinian fight, he gonna lose, because Tank brain works so quick. Tank, though, he more
yeah,
comfortable in his style. I think it's because Tank been boxing longer. Frank Martin, he looked uncomfortable in his last fight. He didn't know if he wanted to be a mover. He didn't know if he wanted to be like Errol Spence and walk the guy down. So he was vacillating in between styles. Tank, when he go in there, he know exactly what he want to do, when he want to do it,
yeah,
how he want to do it. So that's one of the edge I give. I give him a mental edge over Frank Martin. I just got finished watching Frank Martin fight with Argentinian, and I was like, damn, like he's making decisions too slow.
yeah. And KJ, yo, you right though about that shit with Rolly. Like he was too hesitant, and that's why he got knocked out.
I'm
And
not
he
talking about Rolly. I'm talking about Frank Martin. Rolly wasn't hesitant at all. Rolly got knocked out because he got too careless. He got too excited. Rolly was letting his hands go. He was having a great fight. Somebody says Frank Martin got no footwork. That's false. Frank Martin's feet are extremely fast. That's why this fight is
Yeah,
going to be such
yeah,
a
yeah.
great
He
fight.
got.
Nah, Frank
It's,
Martin
it's
got good
Frank Martin.
footwork.
Frank Martin has to be more comfortable in his movements, because he can't be overthinking. If he overthinking shit, it's going to be bad for him, bro. I probably like Tank.
Hmm.
His brain works so fast, man.
Yo, KJ, what fighter got good footwork?
I mean, it's a bunch of fighters with good footwork. Like Shakur has great footwork. It's a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of fighters with good footwork. Most of them black. I tell you that.
Yeah, bro.
Somebody
Oh,
says
that's
nobody asked or want to see this fight. I've been asking for this fight, so that's a lie. I asked for this
this.
fight
Hey,
months
I've
ago.
been
This
I've been
wasn't
trying to
this
see
fight.
Tank fight Frank Martin.
Huh?
Wasn't
They supposed to be fighting in the summer, man.
this wasn't this fight supposed to happen before the Rolly fight? When the first time the Rolly fight got broken
I
up?
think it
I
was
don't know.
Shakur and Frank Martin. I think it was Shakur and Frank, but that fight
Shakur,
never
I saw
happened.
an interview. Shakur said that he was injured in that last fight.
Which fight?
Yeah, that was
The last,
Shakur, but Frank Martin was supposed to fight Shakur, like
Yeah.
yeah.
like NBA said. But that fight fell through. But this is why this fight is not gonna fall through, because Tank brings
Yeah.
the money. Shakur doesn't
Yeah.
bring the money.
Hmm.
That's why people are like, it's not even worth fighting you.
Yeah, they're willing to get
No,
knocked out
seriously.
for the money.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody said, what's your early prediction? This is a 60-40 fight. Um, I gotta go with Tank, man. And I,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
hope that Frank don't get knocked out. But I think Tank
Yeah.
probably knock him out late, or I think Tank will win a decision. And if it's a close
Hey, I
fight, it's gonna go
wonder.
to Tank, because Tank is the A side, and we've seen in other fights, like when Tank fought Mario Barrios, the Georgia State Athletic Commission were looking out for Tank. They made him win damn near every round. So unless Frank Martin go in there extremely aggressive, if he looks like how he looked in the 6th round and then the 10th round against Adantunian, I don't know if you saw that fight. If he looks like that from the first bell, he could beat Tank.
Yeah.
But if you go in there trying
I'm,
to box
yeah.
too much and not really making it a real dog fight, I don't see how you're gonna win. Because Tank, he makes faster decisions than Frank Martin, from what I've seen.
You for real though. Yeah. Hey, is Tank gonna move up to 140? You think or no?
He has no choice.
You got no choice.
Yeah.
Pitbull, why do you think? Listen. You gotta read the signs, man. Pitbull Cruz moved up to fight Rolly Romero for a belt. Tank Davis has history with both of them. So basically, no matter who wins or who loses, he's gonna
You gotta
fight the
fight
winner
at
of that
140.
and get a belt at 140. And they're all signed to PBC. Like he
Yeah,
got no
that's
choice.
some real shit, KJ.
Yeah,
That's some real
yeah.
shit. That's a plan, bro. That's
Yeah, I
smart,
mean that's
smart for that.
black and white. That's not a deep analysis or nothing. That's just common sense. But listen, Frank Martin is a very underrated fighter. People saying that Tank has fear. The fact that Tank is fighting Frank Martin shows me that man got some balls, because he does not have to fight Frank Martin. Frank Martin hasn't proved shit in the sport. Frank Martin is older. You know what I mean? But he's super talented. Tank could lose this fight. It would set him back in a major way.
And that picture you got right there,
Tank has been fighting white boys and Mexicans who have slow feet. Or Hispanics, because Hector Garcia was Hispanic, but his feet were slow. Frank Martin's feet is like lightning, and he knows how to pivot. He knows how to duck. He has the move. He knows how to be loose in there. You know? So this is going to be a great fight, and it's going to really truly test Tank. And it show y'all that he ready for the top test. That's why after this, he going to go after this fight. If he wins, if he knock out Frank Martin, he's going to go straight to Pitbull and Rolly, the winner of that. Then he's going to start fighting the Devins and the Shakurs, bro. I promise you. This fight.
I can't wait to see him do that, man.
No,
I believe Tank gonna be big, man.
This fight is just as exciting as Tank versus Devin. I'm telling you,
man.
Frank Martin.
It's a good fight. It's a great fight.
Frank Martin not the best. He's not the best boxer. And the only reason I say that is because he's super skilled. He's super skilled, but in his last fight, he showed that he's not comfortable in his own style yet. I think it's because he started late, and he was taking so long to make decisions. So I can't say that he as good as a boxer as Devin Haney. Devin Haney make decisions fast as hell. But athleticism wise, they don't really it doesn't get much faster than Frank Martin. This is gonna be the fastest opponent that Tank Davis has fought to date.
Yeah.
This dude you think he's faster than Ryan?
Ryan's only fast in his upper body. His lower body, he's not fast.
Oh, he don't got fast legs.
He not fast.
He's fast all around.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
And Ryan is a flat-footed fighter, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he is though. Ryan a little bit slow.
Yo, what's up, TikToker?
First round knockout.
Nah, hell no. Come on.
Come on, man.
When has Tank started that fast? He's not a fast starter. I can see you talking about somebody.
What was his earliest knockout? I don't even know.
Who could knock? You could potentially anybody can get knocked out. I'm not trying to diss Frank Martin, but you know who could knock Frank Martin out in the first round? Like just with a good shot.
Ooh.
Either someone like a Teofimo Lopez, or if Ryan were to get lucky with that damn hook. But Tank isn't a fast starter. Teo is a faster starter. Ryan is a faster starter. So a first round knockout is unlikely. It's not even about the power. It's about the style of fight. Tank don't come out fighting like that. He don't come out guns blazing. He's a strategic fighter. He's a patient fighter. So we can't just,
If Tank knocks him out in the first round, that's gonna be crazy, bro.
He like to put on a show too. He ain't gonna do that.
What fight? That's what I'm saying. What fight did you see Tank go out there trying to knock? I'm not talking about when he was fighting tomato cans. I'm talking about in his big fights. When did Tank go out there and be like, yeah, I'm about to go for a first round knockout?
Nah, he never did that.
He didn't do it against
the Ryan Garcia fight. None of them fights.
Garcia,
he went slow in them fights.
Since he's been fighting on these big pay-per-view fights, he didn't do it against Barrios.
Guys, when he fought Ryan, he was holding Ryan alive.
Him and his family. Thank you. Well, Daquan, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'll be honest with you, we don't necessarily know that, brother. So people they're going to put in the chat like, they sorry and all that. But I promise you, most people are not going to go back and pray. Only thing I can say is keep your head up and make sure that you take time off, because you don't want to be boxing while you're thinking about your boxing coach, because in boxing you got to be focused. And I'm sorry that
that too, man. Yeah. You ain't lying about that, man. For
Somebody
real.
says Frank will test him and time will tell. I know box. Thank you. Frank is going to test him. That's why this is such a great fight. This is the biggest test of his career. Ryan Garcia was child's play because Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia didn't have the IQ.
KJ, if you had to compare a fight that was like this to a legendary fight, let's say like a Floyd, what kind of fight is this for Tank? Like what stepping stone? What is this gonna make Tank
This
better
like
at?
Floyd versus Zab Judah.
Oh
Yeah,
damn, then
yeah,
that's gonna
yeah,
be a
yeah,
good
yeah. I was
fight.
about to say that too. Floyd
You think
versus
it's gonna be
Jab
like
Judah.
that?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
fight. Well, no, I don't think the fight gonna go that way because Tank
yeah,
don't fight nothing like Floyd. But this fight is
Yeah,
like Floyd versus Zab.
that's a good fight.
Both of
yeah.
these guys are athletic as hell, and
Some
both
people
of them are
thought
coming to
that
win.
Zab won that fight.
Huh?
Some
Nah,
people thought Zab won that fight. Some people thought
Man,
Zab won
what?
that fight. Some people thought that.
nah, bro. He ain't
That,
won
bro,
it. Floyd,
nobody has ever said Zab beat
man,
Floyd.
bro. In
Zab
the
got his ass
last
beat,
minute of
man.
that
Come on.
round, Floyd was outboxing dude after that. He
Yeah,
Yeah, he,
no,
figured
he
out
the
his
first one.
style.
no one
Zab, the
in
first
history
one to
has
knock
ever
him
said
down.
Zab won. No one. That wasn't a close fight at all.
No, he did not win, bro. Floyd
And he knocked him down.
outboxed that man, bro.
Yeah, Zab got a knockdown, but it wasn't scored as a
Yeah,
knockdown. But it was a knockdown.
they did not score that knockdown.
Yeah, but you see, when they don't score a knockdown, that changed the whole fight.
No, it wasn't. Floyd wasn't even hurt. His glove touched the canvas. That's not
Yeah,
what
his
changed the
glove
fight.
touched the canvas.
The reason Zab lost to Floyd is because Judah was a dude with one plan. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
fast. I'm gonna try to land combinations. Floyd
yeah,
has all these different plans, and when Floyd realized how fast Zab was, he just started
yeah.
walking him down with the right hand, and he
Yeah, he
started
did for
attacking him
real
to the
though. He was
body.
walking
So
that man
Zab didn't
down.
have the
Control the
condition.
speed.
Y'all
Zab
remember?
didn't.
Jab
Y'all
Judah
y'all
used
remember?
he used to throw weird punches and stuff.
Yeah, I
Y'all
mean,
remember?
You ain't know where they was coming at, all type of stuff. You like,
Zab
what
didn't
the
have the
heck?
conditioning. He didn't have the conditioning to fuck with Floyd at all.
Y'all
Floyd was
remember
fighting
Zab
him with the
versus
same
Costa Zoo?
aggression round after round. Huh?
Y'all remember Zab versus Costa Zoo?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got the big.
I didn't like Floyd
Hey,
in the
did Jab
beginning,
Judah
bro.
not get
I,
him
I
knocked
didn't
out by
like Floyd.
Miguel
I
Cotto?
started liking Floyd after he fought Canelo. When he fought Canelo and he showed that boxing lesson, I was like, damn, bro, this guy could fight. Cause I thought he lost against De La Hoya, and then people could argue that, but I thought he lost against De La Hoya, and I lost money on that. But when he fought
That's why
Canelo, I
that's
became a
why
Floyd
it
fan.
was personal for you, man. That's why. If you go watch the Floyd versus De La Hoya fight, De La Hoya was hitting shoulders and elbows. You can't win a fight like that.
He was for real. Was Floyd father training Oscar De La Hoya? I
Yeah, he
think.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was training.
That's why Floyd's father said that De La Hoya won because it was personal for him. But no, De La Hoya was hitting elbows, arms, and shoulders.
Yeah,
You can't win a fight like that.
I
You
gotta
gotta
he
watch
watch
that
he
that
fight
he ain't
again.
Bro,
win, man.
Maidana
Floyd beat
never
him.
won against Floyd, bro. Like
Nah,
Who, Maidana?
people
I
be
mean,
saying that. People be saying that he
nah,
never
You,
won.
Maidana
you,
didn't fuck with
you
nah,
him.
could have gave
nah,
listen. You could have gave Castillo that first fight. You could have gave Maidana the
nah.
first fight. But in boxing, most of the time the A side gets the victory, unless really
You got to
can.
put it on
Yeah,
him.
it can't be a close fight and you going up against the A side. So Castillo, this is the thing about everybody who had a close fight with Floyd. Floyd rematched him and dominated him, so it doesn't even
Yeah,
matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah. So
Floyd
if they was
dominated
really
him.
better than them, they would have beat him in the rematch. Instead, the opposite
Yeah,
happened. So
It got worse
it's
for
not
him. You're
worth
right.
talking about. It's not worth
yeah,
saying like,
Yeah,
oh,
because
they
everybody
do.
thought that at that time, I felt like everybody thought Adrian Bruner was like Floyd, and I was like, no, he's not like Floyd, bro.
yeah. You
There's
know what
another
No,
Sugar
level.
Shane Mosley said? He said Oscar De La Hoya and Trinidad and them could have beat Floyd Mayweather. It
Bro,
wouldn't have been no
nobody
Floyd,
nobody could have
man.
beat Floyd, bro.
no. Shane got to
That's a
say that
lie,
because
bro.
Shane. First off, Shane ducked Floyd when they was young. Shane said
Yeah,
he had a tooth problem. Second, somebody background that got a lot of noise. You got to mute your mic, bro. But yeah, because it's not good for the live.
Okay,
And
okay.
third, Shane, he fought Floyd. So when you fought a guy, a lot of guys are sour about that. Shane got his ass whooped. He landed a nice good shot, but after that, from the third round to the 12th round, he got his ass whooped. So dudes are salty about that. So they know the last thing that they could win is they could win politically. They could win with propaganda. So Shane could say things like, "Yeah, man, if Floyd would have fought us earlier, there wouldn't have been no Floyd Mayweather." That's his way of
Nah,
fighting
bro.
back
he
after
said
losing the first
Trinidad too.
physical
That was
battle. That's his
crazy.
way of
I'm
winning
like,
the
what?
battle of public opinion.
Yo, KJ, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, what you think when people say that the older fighters could have beat Floyd, like Sugar Ray Robinson, Roberto
Oh no,
Duran,
they
and
could have.
all them
They could
motherfuckers?
have.
Like,
In one fight, they could have. But the thing is, this is what I don't like. I don't like when older people say, "Yeah, they would have all beat Floyd." This is the realistic take. all of them have a chance to beat Floyd because the styles, like those older
Mm-hmm.
boxing was more popular back in the day, so that means you had more people, more
People were
talent
thumping.
going towards that. Nowadays, everybody want to play football and basketball. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, when you have all of that talent, and we're talking about all-time great talent, we don't really know how it would go. When I would look at Floyd and Sugar Ray Robinson at welterweight, I have to be honest. Sugar Ray Robinson was 6 foot tall at welterweight with a 74-inch reach. So imagine you take Terrence Crawford and you add
Height and
four,
reach.
4 more inches of height to that
Shit.
man. With a and you keep the same power, the same speed, and you be like, all right, Floyd, see if you can beat this guy. There's a high chance that Floyd would get knocked out because Shane
Mm-hmm.
Mosley, who has shorter arms than Floyd, was able to hurt Floyd. Sugar Ray, if he hurts Floyd, it's over. It's a wrap. So
Or Tommy Hearns.
and Tommy, yeah, Tommy Hearns will be a horrible matchup. But this is the reason why I picked Floyd over Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns, he always shows stamina problems. Always.
Okay.
Floyd has never showed stamina problems. Tommy Hearns, as the longer the fight goes, the more rubbery his legs become.
Yeah,
So Floyd would have played on that. He would have waited him out,
yeah,
got him late. Or
yeah.
or maybe Tommy lands one of those crazy right hands and it's a wrap. So
Phew.
all of those old great fighters, they could have beat Floyd, but they could also lose to
Floyd's
Floyd.
chin is
We would never
underrated
know.
though.
We would never know, huh?
Floyd got a chin, bro.
Yeah,
He got
Floyd
a
has
chin for
one of the
sure.
He got a
greatest chins,
chin.
one of the greatest chins in boxing history.
Yeah, because he's been
People don't
hit.
talk enough
But
about his.
Yeah.
but it's another guy that Floyd couldn't have fought that people that was in the same era as Sugar Ray Leonard and them. Floyd was too small to fight Marvin Hagler. But if they were in the same weight class, who knows who wins that? Because Marvin Hagler has one of the greatest chins that boxing has ever seen.
And they was stumping back then, bro.
I
They
mean,
was
Floyd was thumping, man.
in the
Look at him
beginning,
in the
yeah.
early years. Floyd was standing in the pocket. He was thumping. He was thumping with DeMarcus Corley. He was thumping with Philip Endo.
Yo,
Thumping,
and the
trying to beat
crazy part
guys
out, they
out of
weren't
him.
getting paid
At
that money.
130, at 130, he was knocking dudes out religiously. He knocked out almost everybody he fought at 130.
Isn't that how he fucked up his wrist and shit, right? And his
Well,
hands?
his hands, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what people. A lot of people they look past that shit because they look at like famous Floyd, money
But they
Floyd.
look past it because they haters, man.
Yeah, they haters, bro. You're rich, you got all that
Cheers,
money,
bro.
you're sober, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, and you're rich. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course they're gonna
Yeah,
hate on
and
you.
you black.
They
Don't-
trying to find a kink in the armor. He got something he do. Yeah, he likes beautiful women and a lot of money. Like,
Yeah. He funny though.
He said, "I drink soda, I eat pizza." Y'all still.
Someone says Tank's fear is tall people. Well, let me tell you something. That's a great point, and I'm going to make a video about that. But Tank Davis, for all of his greatness, he struggles with men who are in a bigger weight class who are taller than him because of his stature. But Pernell Whitaker was around the same size as Tank, and Pernell Whitaker, it didn't matter. Like, he went up 140, 147, and just kicked ass because he was more skilled as a boxer. Tank is a great boxer, but a lot of what Tank does is based off his power and his athleticism. A lot of times he's trying to come back and get a knockout. Pernell didn't need a knockout, and he didn't have crazy knockout power. But he was sitting there with dudes 147 pounds welterweight. I was watching a fight with him versus some guy named Rivera. Rivera was 5'11 with a 73-inch reach, bigger than Devin Haney. And Pernell Whitaker just kicked his ass, like just made him look like nothing. And Pernell was what 5'5"?
Yeah, you're right, bro. I think the best fight, I think you mentioned it earlier, I think to me would be Tail and Tank because they kind of like the same height almost.
He don't even looking
This is
too
a
good.
great fight. This is a great point that D made. He said Pernell went to 154. If Tank can't do 140, then that's crazy. Well, Tank has already went to 140. But that's my point. My point is Pernell will go up them weight classes without even getting a tune-up because he was so skilled. Tank is very,
Yeah,
very
he was
skilled.
that.
But a lot of what Tank does is based off of his power. So it's he's super skilled as a boxer, but he relies on the power. He be losing rounds. Pernell was winning round after round. Pernell was killing dudes on the cards, like winning round after round. Tank be losing rounds and then knocking a guy out.
Hey,
So
what's
it
that
really
one
Hey,
dude, bro?
depends.
He
KJ,
be dancing
fantasy
and
fight.
stuff.
This is
I
a
can't
fantasy
think his
fight
name, but
question.
Pernell Whitaker
Fantasy
was
fight
outboxing
question.
him.
Tank,
Huh?
a fantasy fight question. I don't know. It might happen. You never know. But say Tank move up 147, fight Terrence Crawford. How did that fight go?
He's losing,
Oh,
bro.
that's not a fantasy. Tank too small for turns, bro. That's
You
not
think
really.
you never
Bro,
go up
Terrence
147?
will
It's not about
manhandle
not
him.
going. Listen. Even if Tank go up to 147, Terrence Crawford would be a horrible matchup for Tank. Terrence Crawford has a 74-inch reach. I think Tank has like a 67-inch reach. Terrence Crawford dropped Errol Spence, a man who has never been down ever in his life. And
Oh
Errol
Lord,
Spence is supposed to be. Errol Spence was considered a weight bully.
don't
So
remind me, bro.
how would Terrence Crawford power affect somebody who's a natural lightweight? Like that would be a horrible match. That's not a fantasy
If
match.
they
That's
fight,
bad.
bro, that pay
That
per
was
view is
just done. That would be just
$200.
done.
What about Conor Ben versus Tank?
If they fight, that pay-per-view is $200.
Yeah,
Bet.
if they would have fight that paper. That'd be the biggest fight in boxing, but that would be
Review for
dumb. That
free,
would be
man.
stupid for Tank.
Dude,
I'm
that's what we
Gucci.
need to see,
I
bro.
wouldn't
We
even
need to
want
see
to
some
see
shit
that.
like that.
I wouldn't
Man,
even
I'm
want
trying
to
to see.
see
I'm
that,
trying to see
man.
Canelo
Who the
versus
hell
Tank.
want to see? I want to see Tank and actual like this fight behind me. This is a great fight for Tank. I want to see him in actual
Yeah.
fight. We has a chance to win, and the other guy has a chance to win. I don't want to see him jump up 3 weight classes against a monster. Come on, man. That's silly.
Frank ain't looked too
That
good in
is,
the last
to
fight
me,
though.
that's a great fight for people like me, like us that we love boxing. But I think like to like really make it known, it had to be bigger than that, bro. It had to be like some shit. We got to see some crazy circus shit. Like it got to be Tank versus Terrence. It got to be something that's gonna make
All,
people like,
Nah,
what?
all we
He's
gotta
nah.
do
fighting
is
this
get
guy?
Tank and
Wow.
Tank. Listen, Tank and Devin or Tank and Shakur or Tank and Tio. All of those fights would sell. Frank Martin got into the
Yeah.
game late. If Frank Martin came up in an amateur program, or if he was better at marketing himself, this would be a much bigger fight. This will be the toughest fight of Tank's career, and that's why only thing I could do is tip my head off to Tank, because for him to fight an athlete of this caliber, this man, Frank Martin is fast from top to bottom. I'm talking about from his hairline to his toenails. You know what I'm saying? Like his
Hey,
whole
this is
body is
his
fast.
first fight after he got out, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he was just on house arrest. He wasn't locked up.
He didn't go to. I thought he went there.
He went
He
to
was
jail
Nah,
he
he
for
was
a
ain't.
in
short
jail. He was in
time,
jail
but he
for a
been
bit.
out of jail. He just on house arrest.
Yeah.
Oh, he ready, bro. He want to fucking. He want to fight.
Yo,
So
Tino, what's good, man?
What's up, KJ?
Hey, so what you think, man? Tank Davis, Frank Martin, who you got and why?
I got Tank because I don't. I just don't see Frank winning this fight. Like I
Why?
think
Frank
Tank.
ain't look.
Why?
He didn't look good at all in his last fight.
No, he looked very good in the last fight. I just rewatched
Nah,
it. At first, I thought that
he
too. I rewatched it. In the last fight, in the first half, he looked very good. The problem was he was taking too long to make decisions. Like he'll block the dude, he'll block 4 or 5 punches and don't counter. Derek James even told him, like, what the hell, what you catch? If you catch, counter. But you're not gonna be able to sit there and wait all day when you're in there with somebody like Tank. Tank's brain work fast. So you can't be in there trying to find yourself. And that's the thing that I realized about Frank Martin. It's like he don't have a set style where because he started late. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is what I think. His natural body mechanics are different than what Derek James is teaching him. Because the Errol Spence style, put your guard up and block and come forward and body shots, that's not Frank Martin's natural body mechanics. He's a fast guy. He's a slick guy. I think he should move around a lot more, fight on the back foot a lot more. He should try to fight like Pernell Whitaker and mix in a little bit of Melvin Taylor because he's so fast. But
Yeah.
he can't be
True
the
though.
bully. You know, the guy that's just walking dudes down.
yeah.
That's not him. He didn't even seem comfortable doing that. Like, in order to
Yeah.
walk people down like Errol and Tank, you have to be okay with getting hit like hard.
Yeah, I think he should study some Major Taylor though.
Yeah, Frank didn't
Yeah,
feel
he need to
comfortable
study him a little bit, learn something from him. But
when
Major
Frank
Taylor
was
was a beast, man.
Yeah, when Frank was getting hit by Argentinian, when Derrick James told him to walk him down, he did not look comfortable taking hits, bro. Like he would back up,
Yeah,
he'd back away. That's not if you're gonna
yeah,
be a walk a guy down type of dude, you have to take hits. But
yeah,
then
I
he was
remember
doing
yeah.
that
it when
That's
fight.
he was
what
out.
Errol do though.
You're right. I saw that fight. He didn't look comfortable. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a walk a guy
Round
down type of fighter.
round 10
Yeah.
stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
That's why,
Round
like
10
what you said
stoppage.
earlier about Floyd. Floyd can do all that shit. If he
Yeah,
gotta
Floyd
walk
could
you
do
down, he
everything.
Yeah.
walk you down. If you gotta move
Floyd could
around,
do
you move
everything.
around.
Floyd was special.
Yeah.
Just like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford could
Hey,
do everything. Only thing
what you
Terrence
made them
can't do
say?
for
What you
real,
made them say, fam?
I don't think he could do a shoulder roll as a primary defense. That's about it.
Hey,
Yo,
hey,
KJ,
man.
you think he gonna stop Frank?
He had the chance to stop Frank late. I
Hey,
hope
so
he
Mm-hmm.
does though. If
hey,
he's,
man, them. You
I
think
want
that
him.
I
Tank
think
can
it's
go
gonna be like a
free?
round 10, 11.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Around 10 or
What
11.
you
But I
just
want.
say,
I'm
GA?
I'm seeing that shit different. I'm seeing it like maybe third round. It might even be the second.
Nah,
Tank ain't
bro.
gonna do
Wait,
that.
wait.
A
Tank ain't
slow
gonna do
When's
that.
starter. Frank Martin is
yeah?
gonna be
When's
the
the last
fastest
time?
footed unless Frank Martin
Are
goes
you
in
mad,
there
you
and tries to
pussy,
do an
yo?
arrow spin. Hold up. Unless Frank Martin go in there and try to act like he arrow spins, you know what I mean? There's no way he's getting knocked out in 3 rounds because he has fast feet, super fast feet. So he's not going to be in range. And Tank take a, like 4 or 5 rounds just to get into the fight.
Yo,
Like,
fam.
Yeah, Tank.
Let me get a word. Let me get a word. Let the man get a word, please. You know.
huh?
Is
What?
this would this be Frank Martin's first pay-per-view?
No.
Nah.
No. Oh.
Yeah, he said,
Allow
let
it,
me get
fam.
a word. Let me get a word.
Allow it. Okay, I
Yo,
have a say on this, innit?
you speak English, bro? What are you saying?
I'm speaking UK, fam. I'm from the
All
UK,
right.
innit?
Man, your ass up out of here, bro.
Motherfucker, can you speak English?
Nah,
Y'all found
Tank.
y'all
This
mixed
guy
up for
speak no
that.
English. Oh.
Yo,
It
KJ,
be
he just had an
taking.
Yo,
accent,
KJ,
dog.
I ain't talking about the man like that, bro. But he wasn't
Nah,
speaking no
bro, you
English.
up here stuttering and shit. You
He
not
talking about
ready.
I'm
Don't
from the
come up here.
UK. I'm from the UK. I'm from the
That's not
UK.
even, bro. I understand somebody from the UK. This motherfucker act like he's radio, like he up here. Da, 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 da. Like, bro, nah, bro. You
I'm
with that slow shit, boy.
bro. He like, I'm like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
like what the fuck? It sounded like he was joking. I don't know
He
if
said,
you
Nah, it
if you
was.
serious. Hey man, if you serious, and you really had a speech impediment or something. I apologize, but it seemed like you was joking, so I had to let your ass down.
You chill.
Nah, he was playing.
Nah,
He was playing around.
He was bullshit.
He was playing
Stop,
around.
dog. Hold on. I better mute this
my
shit. I'm
man
laughing.
said ass. Like if you listen, if you really had some
okay,
kind of
bro.
speech impediment, I apologize, but I can't tell. People be lying. So the fact you came up here stuttering and sounding slow, you had to get down, man. Fuck that.
Bro, ain't no way.
Hey, yo, pull the
Yeah, nah,
stat
but
sheet again,
Tank.
man.
He pulled the disability card on you, dog.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if it's real or not. So hey,
Hey,
no,
what's it?
Alex, you
Hey,
was playing.
hey,
You
Cameron
talk good. You
Wait,
Lomachenko.
talk
wait.
good in the chat, but you
Cameron
talk crazy, bro.
Lomachenko.
You can't be up here with that bullshit.
What did he say?
Campbell
He
Lomachenko.
said let him up.
I got Loma in that fight.
KJ, do you think since Tank has his fault in the year, it will affect him? Let me tell you something about Tank, man. He said I do have a speech impairment. Well, look, man, I don't. It looked like you were joking. I'm sorry if you do have a speech impairment. People come up here playing all the time, so I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Hey,
but you
hey,
can't do
KJ,
that,
I'm gonna
man.
drop so you can let him back up. See what he gotta say, dog. I'm gonna
No, you
drop.
don't have to drop, man. It's enough space. I'm not letting his ass
Okay.
up. All right, look. Nah, bro. I don't look. People
Hey,
be
I
doing this
was
dumb
gonna
shit.
drop down, but nah.
No, it's enough space. I could add them. It's just that people do this all the time. They come up here playing, acting like they from the UK. He's not the first person doing that. If he
Oh,
really
okay.
has a speech impairment, if you really do have a speech impairment, I apologize. But the fact that people come up here playing, you a victim of
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, and
you
don't
gotta
play
be
with that because
stuttering.
my
Yeah, it's a
daughter
lot
got
of
a
people
speech
that come on
impediment,
here
so
with
I
me
don't
and
play that.
KJ on here and they get start playing and stuff.
Yeah,
Man, we
I
be
don't hear
had to
that shit,
block them
bro.
and kick them out.
Yeah. Hey yo, so look, somebody asked a great question.
Uh-huh.
That's all our time we focus on this. Okay, look, do you think since Tank hasn't fought in a year, that will affect him? No, because Tank relies on his power anywhere. The
Yeah.
same power that he had a year ago, he still got that shit.
I think he's still training right now when he on house arrest. He's still
Yeah,
training.
he was training. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
training.
he's
Yeah,
still
he's
training.
still training, so
I
he
think
Of
he
Frank gonna try
course.
to
he,
bully
he
him.
ready to fight.
Frank gonna try to
If
bully him.
y'all in here in the chat, make sure you tap in the screen, man.
Yeah,
I
boy.
mean, he can try and bully Tank. I don't think that's gonna
Yeah,
work.
He gonna either fight scared or try to bully him.
and that's another thing. Hey, I'm gonna do a visual breakdown for Patreon and like maybe Sunday. I don't know, but that's one thing that I was looking at. Like maybe Martin should try to get physical with him. Maybe he should try to get physical because skill wise, I think Tank is more skilled, and not in the sense that Tank has more skills, but whatever Tank has, he does it faster. He don't be in there hesitant. He don't be like there's not moments where Tank is in there hesitant. Whatever he's trying to do, he goes out there and do it. I think it's because he's been boxing since he was 8, so he don't second guess himself. It seemed like Frank Martin was second guessing himself in the Argentinian fight. He can't afford to do that. He just can't.
Yeah.
I can't wait
Oh
to see
man.
Tank's
When's
walkout,
his fight?
bro.
What's the date on his fight? You said it was what?
It's in the summer. It's in the
Some.
summer sometime. I don't know the exact date, but the shit
Okay.
is signed. It's confirmed.
Okay.
And I think his fight ain't
Hey,
gonna be the
Mr.
same
Love,
since
thanks for liking my
Showtime
live. Thank you
gone.
so much,
It's
love.
not gonna be the same.
Huh?
Since Showtime not here no more, like it's not gonna be the same vibe, you know? Like,
Man, don't nobody give a fuck about nothing. Look, it's Tank
bro,
Davis.
be for real though. Like Showtime
No,
was
I'm letting
fire.
you know, people don't care, bro. Like as long as it's a fight and you have as
Yeah.
long as you have a social media medium to stream from, people are gonna watch. This is Tank Davis, man. Tank
You
Davis
can
and
put
Johnny
that shit
Gargano,
on anything. You can put that shit on Twitch
You
pay
can
per
put
view. People gonna watch.
anything, bro.
he's
All
I
streaming
that
mean,
stuff
look
you
at.
talking about from
put it on.
oh man,
People watch it
Showtime. You
for
know what
free.
Showtime was? Showtime was just another network owned by a Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody give a
Mm,
fuck
It's
like about
2024. They can put that shit on Peacock TV like the
anything, bro.
Super Bowl.
You can put it on
yeah.
anything. This Tank Davis.
Put that shit on
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Hey, thanks
Yeah.
for the
That shit
gift,
gonna
Yo,
man.
sell.
Casual, thanks for the gift.
Casual,
Shit on
thanks for the
anything.
gift.
I'ma
Thanks for the
watch
gift.
it.
Even though you sent it to Chino and not me, thanks for the gift.
Nah, that's Unc right there. I'm cool with him.
No, I'm just fucking around, man.
But yeah, I don't. I can see him
Oh,
get
my
a
boy,
late
Wiggity.
knockout.
What's
What's
good,
up?
Wiggity?
What's up, brother? What up, everyone?
Oh,
What up,
somebody
bro?
said he's talking about the production from a pay-per-view standpoint. We don't know how the production is going to be, but pay-per-view it's never been about the production. Ali and them wasn't on no damn Showtime. Showtime wasn't around. The shit was grainy as hell, but it was still Ali and Frazier. They're on the pay-per-view all-time list. It's not about these production
Yeah,
companies. It's
bro.
about
Like,
the athletes.
I think.
It's always been about the athletes. It's not about the networks. It's not about the companies. It's not about the promoters. It's about the athletes. Hey,
Don,
Kerry,
wasn't
thanks for the gifts, man.
wasn't Don King Muhammad Ali's promoter? Like
Don
at one
King for a
point.
short time probably, but Bob Arum was Ali's promoter.
That's right.
But it's never been about the network. It's about the athletes. A great athlete, a great pitch man, a salesman can sell you anything. I always say I can sell water to the ocean. You know what I mean? Like if you can sell something, you can sell something. If you can't, you can't. It's not about Showtime,
Yeah,
not
this
about
is the
HBO.
feeling, like the vibe.
You know,
Yeah,
especially now, you don't
yeah.
really need a promoter like that.
You don't. And look, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia in the age of piracy, in the age where people aren't even buying pay per views, they're streaming. They made pay per view history. They're number 6 on the all time pay per view list. Like people don't care about no network. What you
Clap
worried
it up
about
for
is
that.
Tank
And
Yeah.
they're not
Carlson.
even fighting for belts.
And they
I
was
got
still
Like they're
yeah,
as much as
because the casuals don't care. People grow up watching football and basketball. It's not
Mhm.
about a belt. Nobody cares about no one unless you
Yeah,
wearing a
that
Gucci
too
belt
though.
or Burberry, whatever the hell people wear. They don't care about no championship belt. They don't know the
nah,
relevance of
it's
the
the name.
MMA of it. But look, somebody asked a great question. They said, "What you going to say when you see Tank cut off the ring easy?" If Tank easily cuts the ring off against Frank Martin, then Tank Davis is the motherfucking undisputed absolute truth. Because we've seen him cut the ring off against flat-footed, slew-footed Hispanic fighters, but this is a totally different beast. We're talking about a black fighter that can move. So if he could cut the ring off against Frank Martin, that means Devin Haney gonna have his work cut out for him.
KJ.
Shakur Stevenson gonna have his work cut out for him. What's up, Wickedy?
I honestly, this Frank Martin guy, he probably is good, but let's be honest, Tank knocking him the fuck out.
Man, you said Ryan Garcia knocking Devin
Man,
Haney
you
out,
said
man.
Ryan Garcia was going.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
He
bro.
Shut up,
is.
Well,
man.
He
You
is.
did
Trust
say
me.
that,
Listen,
man.
it hasn't happened yet, so you can't talk shit to me. So therefore, it hasn't happened yet. Whenever, you
Listen,
never know,
Frank
bro.
Martin is
Shit.
one of the best. He's one of the best athletes that the lightweight division has to offer. So this is not no cakewalk. Like a lot of boxing is athleticism. Skills matter, but a lot of it is athleticism. So when you dealing with somebody that look at Jermaine Ortiz, Ortiz was able to give Tio hell just because he had fast enough feet and a tall
Yeah.
enough frame to do so. Frank Martin is
Yeah.
taller than Tank, bigger than Tank, and has fast feet just like Tank. Only thing he doesn't have is that crazy power that Tank has. And he's very slick. It's just a matter of him going in there, trusting in his skills and executing. If he tries to put his high guard up and try to bully Tank and do the Errol Spence thing, I don't think it's gonna go good for him. But if he boxed the way that he did against Michelle Rivera and he uses his angles, he can have a legitimate chance to win. But I got this as a 60-40 fight for Tank Davis.
This Frank Martin's guy's record.
He undefeated. That's
18
his
and 0.
record.
you think Keyshawn Davis could beat Frank Martin?
Nah.
Keyshawn Davis will probably,
Nah,
but you
nah.
know what? Keyshawn has so much experience, he would have a chance against Frank. But this, it don't even look. That shit don't even matter right now, because we about to watch, we about to witness history. This is going to be the biggest fight of the year, I think. This is going to be if Tank get a knockout. You know how significant that's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this is
But
not
yeah,
him
but
fighting one of those
if he
slow-footed.
gets if he knocks him
Summertime
out,
too, some
a
good
lot of people
fights.
not gonna want to fight Tank.
but this Frank Martin guy, he's not known though. Like he's not
Bro,
famous like that.
In Texas, he's known. Texas is one of the major players in America that actually still purchases boxing pay per view.
Yeah, they do
In
for real
Texas,
though.
he's known.
That's Spence's fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I
Didn't
know
Spencer's
who
Texas
he
promoter,
got
is.
a
bro.
lot of Mexican fighters out
Spence is
there?
his promoter.
But I gotta tell people, who else do y'all expect him to fight? There's only like 10 people he could really fight, maybe
Right,
less, five,
right.
six.
This is
Like
a great fight.
this
I'm
is a
telling
good,
you,
good fight. Everybody
no,
needs to
this is not
stop
no
complaining.
good fight. This is great. I've been
This is a
begging.
good
I've been
fight.
saying, when is Tank gonna fight a black fighter with fast feet?
This is a
Now
good
he's
fight.
doing it. If he will fight Frank Martin, he'll fight Shakur and Devin.
This is like a
Whoever-
Sean Porter versus Adrian Bruner type fight. This is gonna be a
No,
good
this is
fight.
like Sean Porter versus Errol Spence.
Whoa, that's a
Like
big one.
I'm telling you, this
It's gonna
is
be
gonna
like
be a
that?
great fight. That like I don't know, y'all probably don't follow
Yeah.
Frank Martin. I've been watching Frank Martin's fights. He could fight his ass off. I just don't think he's gonna beat Tank
I
because he
was
takes too
watching
long to
Frank
make
Martin
decisions.
today.
That's my take on it.
Y'all know
Yeah.
Sean Porter beat
I ain't gonna
Alexander
cap.
Usyk.
I ain't gonna cap, KJ. I haven't watched a lot of fights to him, but now you say that, bro. I'm gonna after I get off of here, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
a couple fights on
I
YouTube.
watched his last fight with Argentinian. I watched his fight with Michelle Rivera. I watched his fight. I forgot who he was fighting, but it was some black dude a long
Yeah.
time ago. I've watched his fights. I know this man is skilled as hell.
I'm
He
gonna watch
uses
him tonight,
angles.
bro.
He has crazy speed like Meldrick Taylor. In his last fight, he showed that he takes too long to make decisions. That's why I'm
Yeah.
picking Tank. If he was making quick decisions in his last fight, I will pick him because he's super slick. He's fast feet. He's taller than Tank. So that means he can win with a jab, some in and out movement and shit, and make
I
Tank.
can't make a real prediction until I see at least
Yeah,
two or
you
three
gotta
fights
go
of this
watch
shit.
them fight, bro. Watch them fight. When you watch them fight, you're gonna realize, damn,
Yeah.
Hank Davis got a lot of balls. It's
Yeah,
not
I don't
easy.
like to cap,
This
bro.
is not
I'm
no
gonna
cherry
watch his
pick.
fights. Then I'll
Yeah,
let if we get back on this live at another day, I'll make a prediction because I can't.
this
I never seen
this
him
fight is
fight,
not
bro.
no
I
cherry
haven't
pick,
seen him.
man.
Same. I never seen him, so
This is not no cherry pick, man,
I'm
at
just
all.
throwing out my opinion, even though I
Nah,
never
this
seen
is
him fight.
definitely
No,
not
Mm.
a
no,
cherry
no.
pick because this is
Listen,
Spencer's
Wickedy, listen,
fighter. He was supposed to be
Wickedy.
next in line to fight him.
Tank Davis could definitely knock out Frank Martin. That's a real
Oh, of
possibility, man.
course.
Real possibility. Hey, Chase Taylor, thanks for the
Yeah,
gifts.
yeah,
Man.
for sure.
Appreciate it.
But
Tank is
Lord,
fucking
hey,
cool.
but Lord, if Tank gets dropped or some crazy shit happens, Lord, let's pray because guess what? That's what we need in boxing. We need an upset. We
Hell
need an
no, we
upset
don't.
right now. We need some shit to happen.
I'm sorry, man. I
Bro,
want
We
I
need
need
some
Tank to win.
shit.
I
I need
need
Tank to
Tank to be
win.
undefeated if we get a
To the
W.
nah, nah, nah.
Yo, KJ, if
Hell,
that happens, bro,
But you know what though? You know what though?
no.
You know what, Kerry? Oh, hey, Chase Taylor, thanks for the gifts. You know what though? If Tank does get upset, guess what? It's not gonna be a real upset because it's gonna have to be an immediate rematch because too much money.
rematch.
Yep. And all Tank will have to do is come back and knock him out in a rematch, and everything it'd be like he never lost because
It's,
he's a knockout artist. So
yeah.
people don't care about his record; they care about what he does in the damn ring.
Shit.
Someone said Martin started his fighting career late, exactly, but he could fight his ass off. This fight is gonna tell us a lot, man.
It's gonna be a good fight.
But
Nah,
I don't think Martin could knock Tank out. Tank got a hell of a chin. Tank, the ability, his ability to take punches remind me of Triple G. I said this in another live. He doesn't get credit for his ability to take clean punches. Tank will literally walk through a punch to land a big
yeah,
shot.
because Ryan caught him a couple times.
Yeah,
Broly did too, and Broly.
and they heard him, but no one has even knocked the man down. Like you
Nah.
know what I'm saying? And
His
Broly,
body is very like compact. He's
yeah,
different.
just like Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah,
So and I
exactly.
don't think Frank Martin hits as hard as Broly and Ryan. He hits pretty hard, but I don't think he have super power or nothing like that. He got good power. So Frank Martin gonna have to box. He gonna have to box and move. And don't try to be like Arrow. Don't try
Yeah,
to
because
put the
Tank
guard
is
up and
like,
walk
and the
down.
thing is
Box
like,
and
even
move.
when Tank after he fights people, he really tells the truth. He's like, yo, this person hit hard. This person does this. I gotta stay the fuck away from him because Ryan hits. He even said Ryan he was the hardest person to hit. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
he
get hit
did
by
say
him.
that.
So
He did say
he's
that.
real with. He's not fake. Like I'm better than everybody. I could take. No, he's like I ain't gonna get hit by him. He is hard. Chill out.
Yeah, somebody says it's a good fight, but it's not Devin or Shakur, and his name is Pops. Hey, Pops, I'm telling you, this fight is just as. Only difference is Frank Martin isn't known. This fight will be just as difficult for Tank as Devin or because Frank Martin is the same athlete that those guys are. He has
Yep.
his feet are fast, just like Shakur's. His hands are fast, just like Shakur's and Devin's. Like this man, he's just unknown. He's just not a regular name. I
We're all
promise
just
you,
greedy. We want it right now.
the fight that Tank taking this fight, bro, he putting everybody on notice that he really not scared. He's really not scared because, bro, he could lose this fight. This is not
Yeah.
Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia was competitive, but Hector Garcia had slow feet. He boxed with his damn lead hand down, his chin out. Like he had a lot of shit, and I seen that when I was doing the breakdown. Frank Martin is a very, very slick fighter, fast fighter, athletic fighter, and he has Derrick James in his corner. Derrick James, people act like he can't coach now because Errol got his ass whooped. But before that, Errol was
But
unified.
every
Definitively.
time I see that fight, bro, I want to like go under the pillow and cry, bro. I can't believe see. I couldn't imagine when I saw Earl get beat like that. I called my best friend. I was like, he come like, I told you, and I'm there like,
And I was
bro.
hurt, man. I was hurt when I seen that fight. Because listen, it's one thing I wanted Errol to win, but even if he would have lost, like if it was a good fight, it would have been okay. He got tore up, and man, that hurt. I was fucked up for like 2 days, man.
Me
Like I
too,
was like
dog.
thinking about that shit, like what the fuck?
I couldn't believe that shit, bro. I couldn't believe I
I,
was fucked up too, bro. I could not believe that shit happened like that. I was like, what the fuck is
I
going
didn't think
on?
it was gonna go down like that, boy. And
when I
That's
everybody
before
that
the
how,
said
bro.
fight,
that
That's
they
a
knew,
fight. Everybody keeps talking.
everybody
Y'all
that
want to
act
see
like,
a fight?
yo,
That's a
I
fight.
told you, nobody knew that was gonna happen. Nobody. Only person that knew that was gonna happen was God Almighty. Like, ain't nobody knew that shit was gonna happen, bro.
And Bomac.
No, Bomac, he knew Terrence was gonna win. He had no idea that it was gonna be like no
That
one
easy.
knew. They if they thought it was gonna be
yeah,
that easy, they wouldn't have trained so hard. Terrence Crawford had a pre-camp. He trained harder than he ever trained in his life for that fight. That means that they knew that Errol was gonna be the biggest. They assumed Errol was gonna be the biggest challenge of his career. Nobody knew that it was gonna go down
Hey,
like that.
KJ, I know this is a little bit off topic. What do you think like happened, dog? Like what
Oh, I
people
mean, listen, a lot of this is what I made a video about it. But Errol Spence was in a full time position, but he was doing a part time effort. And what I mean by that is this man is unified, right? And even before that, he had a belt at welterweight for years. He's out here partying, drinking, hitting the club, gaining 20, 25 pounds in between fights. You can't live like that. And then with the car crash, that was like the icing on the cake. He put his
Mhm.
body through so much. He
Went down
damaged
in
his
that
body
car crash
so
with
much
Mo 3 in
to
them
the
though.
point where at 33 years old, your body not going to function well because 33, you starting to get old, especially as an athlete. So if you didn't take care of your body in your 20s, now it's going to start showing. Terrence Crawford was the opposite. He trained year round. He stayed away from the drink. He stayed away from the smoke. You know what I mean? And he wasn't in
Yeah.
no car crash. So even though he was older than Errol, his body looked younger than Errol's.
yeah. That's another
So
thing.
by you saying
A
that
lot of these boxers,
to me then by you saying that to me then the fighters that Errol Spence beat before that, which were good fighters, Danny Garcia, he beat what the dude that beat
Sean
Pacquiao,
Porter,
the Cuban dude,
Kell Brook, he beat
the
Ugas. He beat
the
great fighters. Not
Ugas.
good fighters. He
Then
beat
them
great
dudes,
fighters.
the level between him and Earl, and then Terrence is then on another level.
Yeah,
Then
yo, Terrence literally might be one of the best, man. Like he might be up there with Floyd. The thing is, people don't want to give him his credit because he's not as marketable as Floyd was. So at the end of the day, it's like Terrence. I guess he don't have the look. He don't talk the good shit. He don't. And
Terrence
Bob
was a
Arum did a
mess.
I think he got the
whole
look.
job of
I think he
marketing.
got the badass dark skinned black guy. Like, look, like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm the underdog, the black
No,
sheep.
man. Listen. Michael Jordan was dark skinned, and Michael Jordan is the most marketable NBA athlete ever. Terrence just don't have the charisma to where though he'd be memorable. But you know what though? You know what will be memorable? The fight he had with Errol Spence will never. That shit will always
No
be
one
etched in
forgetting
history.
that ass whooping.
No one will ever forget that. So
Nobody.
even though
I'm
Terrence
not.
didn't get, even though Terrence didn't get his credit throughout his career, his performance is one of the greatest performances that's ever been done in the history of the sport. And
Yeah,
that
that
was an
shocked the world.
yeah,
undisputed fight. So that was the most clutch performance that we've seen in boxing. One of the most clutch performances like that. No one will never forget his name because of that one fight.
I'll never forget that night.
Yeah, me neither. Like until I die, unless I have Alzheimer's or something, until I die, I would never forget that. That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
Terrence was
I
perfect. Somebody said,
yeah.
"I think it's racism." It's not racism. People actually want to support a black athlete, even if they do it in a negative way, like Floyd Mayweather. Deep down, people actually want a black face that they can either cheer for or yell at. That's why Floyd sold the most. That's why Ali sold the most. That's why Mike Tyson sold the most. You got to
Mm-hmm.
keep in mind, black
yeah.
people are minorities in America. So why the hell are the most pay-per-view selling as men all black? Is because they want to root for or against a black man, whether they like
Mm-hmm.
it, want to admit it or not. That's just based off the facts. So it's not a racism thing why Terrence Crawford isn't a pay-per-view star. It's a myriad of things. He was signed with Bob Arum and Bob Arum didn't push him. He isn't necessarily charismatic. He doesn't have good trash talk. You understand what I'm saying? He isn't necessarily charming to the public, to the people. The people don't really find him to be attractive. Like Ryan Garcia, half of Ryan Garcia's marketing is his quote unquote looks. People think Ryan looks good. The average person, if you were to throw up Bud, they would probably walk past him. You know what I mean? Because there's is a such thing called mainstream attractiveness.
Yeah, you're right about that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be real with you because I do TikTok brand deals. That shit exists.
Yeah,
They don't sometimes want the guy with the dreads. They want that guy, even if he's Mexican, he don't look Mexican. He looks white.
right, right.
So they
That's
want
Canelo.
that
That's
look.
Canelo. That's Canelo.
Exactly.
If Canelo looked like a real Chino out here, bro, he would not be his career would not be what it is because they
Yep.
wouldn't have gave him opportunities. Canelo looks like Brad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He looks if Canelo didn't speak Spanish and you were to drop him in America, he could easily pass for just a regular Caucasian.
Yep.
And
Easily. He got red
like
hair.
yeah, like my man's ginger. Like come on, man.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
Terrence
no, I
Crawford,
agree with that 100% because it's like, if we went to like my neighborhood, no one's gonna like Ryan Garcia more than Terrence Crawford. I'm talking about girls. They look at them different. But in the
right?
mainstream, when you get to like the mainstream, you get to like brands and people know about brands.
Yeah,
Brands look for certain
they
people.
look for a
Mm-hmm.
Eurocentric look.
Yep. They
Even
don't want a
they
guy
look
with the
for
do rag and the 84 cutlass on 24. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
well,
But that guy is the
no,
one that whoop
nowadays
ass.
they do because they like pop culture and stuff. But they want the guy with the do rag to be light skinned. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like
Yeah.
Oh,
they want to be light skinned with curly hair if he has a do rag.
yep. Yeah, you're
But
right
it is
about
what it is.
that.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can overcome all of this with charisma. Floyd
And
Mayweather
and
is
whooping ass.
But
and
this,
whooping
I mean,
ass
look
is
at
one,
Tank. Look at
but
Tank.
you still gotta be charismatic. Floyd Mayweather isn't no supermodel as far as mainstream attractiveness and stuff, but he talks such good shit and he was such a good
Mm-hmm.
performer that it made him a superstar. So you don't always have to look like how they say you're supposed to look. It's other ways around it. It's just that Terrence is missing things as far as charisma, trash talk, shit like that. And then plus he was with a promoter that wasn't promoting him. That's why he not the star that he should have been. It's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It's not because he dark skinned.
Yeah, no, there's a whole
And I
bunch of
think
dark
the
skinned
I
athletes and
think
stuff
the
that were pushed to the top. Like,
Yeah, Jordan, the
yeah.
most marketable athlete of all
Even
time. That black as ace of spades.
even if you go to like MMA and stuff, Rampage Jackson, like he was one of the biggest stars in MMA.
Yeah, but he wasn't dark though. He was like
I
brown.
mean, he was kind of dark.
Man,
Just
Rampage
He
say
was
Jackson is
that.
kind of
brown.
dark. He dark
Terrence
dark.
Bro,
Crawford
like
and Michael Jordan, they
people
midnight.
they used to look like the Japanese people and stuff, they used to look at
Of
him as
course,
like
of
the
course, they
best.
Japanese.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
Yeah,
like
I'm dark skinned as
over
Japanese.
there, he was still like one of the most popular fighters over there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah. Of course, of course. That's what I mean. That's what I said earlier. I said deep down, these people they want to root for black athletes. The reason why you know that is because the people that they pay the most money for be black athletes. Like when you look at boxing, I don't know about MMA, but when you look at boxing, the pay per view all time is dominated by black men. Like consistently, you got a couple of
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans thrown in there. So that means that the people have spoken. That's what they want to root for or against. That's what they're doing. I'm going off of fact. I'm not going off of no personal feelings. These people paid money to see Ali, Frazier, Floyd, fucking Tank Davis, because Tank Davis is on the top 10 all time list. They paid money to see them consistently, and then there's some Mexicans too. They like to see a great Mexican because the Mexicans they bring the fight.
Yep.
The
That's why
Mexicans
that
bring the
Tank
fight. They
that
may
Tank
not bring
Ryan
the
Garcia
sport.
fight sold a lot of money because Tank, as much as sometimes he comes off as a quiet, he could talk shit too. He
Yeah.
talks shit. He
Well,
sells that
no,
shit.
his trash talk is okay, but Tank knocks people out. That's why
Yeah.
Mike Tyson isn't on. Mike Tyson had pretty good trash talk, but
Mike
Mike
Tyson
Tyson
could
is on the
talk some
pay per view
shit.
list. Right, but he's on the pay per view list for knocking people
What
out.
he say? I'm gonna make you love. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me or some shit like that. He crazy as hell, bro. It was
Man,
like
I
I
don't
saw
even
the
know
other
if
day
that's
on
trash
Instagram. He
talk. I
had
don't
like
know what
a hundred
that's
thousand stitches
jailhouse.
on that video.
That's jailhouse talk, man. That's jailhouse talk.
That's some
But
crazy shit.
anyway,
That too.
Yeah, he
he
bro,
did.
did.
He had
imagine
that
Yeah.
bro,
shit.
bro,
Yeah,
imagine Mike Tyson in today's time with social media,
I'm
bro.
fucking till you love me. Shit. You gonna want to fight that man after? He gonna make you
yeah.
think about that all night. Oh, shit, that's fucked up.
And he bit Lennox Lewis's leg like minutes before that.
Man,
Or
Mike
he bit
Tyson was
he
wild, man. I'm
bit
glad
him
he's
on the
found
leg.
calm in his life, and I'm glad he's making money with his sponsors and stuff, man. Shout out to Mike Tyson for turning his life around. Cause God damn, that man, whew,
Was
Out
Mike
here
Tyson the
They
biting
said he
most?
people's
was
ears
drunk
off.
and doing coke the night before he fought Buster Douglas.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy. And he still almost knocked Buster Douglas out.
He did knock him out. He knocked him out down for 14 seconds, but they just
yeah.
called
They
it
was, it,
10.
was- now that was a long count, but my thing is this: if it's a long count, then make him count again. Knock the ass down again.
Yeah. We
You know
don't
what I
do
mean?
that shit because they say the same shit about Wilder Fury, long counts and all that shit. Like, we
Yeah,
don't
I
do
mean
that shit.
Fury was a long count, but my thing is knock him out again, knock him down
Yeah.
again. Make him count twice. Make him count 3 times. That's how you beat Floyd when he fought Diego Corrales. Diego Corrales, it was multiple times that man was on the canvas before they had to stop it. That's how you do it. So it ain't no long count. Just keep on knocking a dude down. That way you beat all of that. But it's easier said than done. That's one thing I will say. It's much easier said than done to continue to knock a guy down. KJ, do you think Usyk got a chance against Fury? Of course. Fury looked horrible in his last fight.
I
Horrible.
can't wait to see that fight. That's a good one too.
I still got Fury in
I got
that
Fury
fight.
too. I don't like
I
betting
just
against
think,
him.
he was just messing around in the Ngannou fight. He didn't take it serious.
It's
Nah,
just
he wasn't
different when it's
messing
the
around.
big
Yeah.
fight.
He wasn't messing around. He had a bad night, and he ran into somebody who was 270 pounds of muscle, so he wasn't able to lean all of his fat on him like how he did at Deontay Wilder.
You couldn't
ran
do
into
that
somebody
shit.
that had a wrestling background that was manhandling him. He's never experienced a boxer that was able to manhandle him. He's usually the bigger guy in the ring. And he also ran into somebody that had the same power as Deontay Wilder. So
Yes.
it was just a bad night. He had a bad night. He
And
went up against
Ngannou looked like a
opponent
fucking
that he's
solid
never seen
rock.
before. Yeah, and Ngannou is like a tank, bro.
Yeah,
never
he
seen
he
anything
could
like
take a
that.
punch.
Yeah, and then the fact that he had coming from an MMA background, Fury didn't really. It's like it was hard to read his movements. Like I don't know if you box or not, but when you box somebody that doesn't box on a regular, they're gonna make weird ass movements. So you might get caught once or twice just because they're not gonna be
You're
punching
not
how
used to
the
that.
boxer's punching.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Connor was hitting Floyd a lot before he
Yeah,
knocked him. Like he
exactly.
was.
Conor fought Floyd with a beautiful uppercut
Yeah.
because an MMA fighter, they're not going to take the entry points that you're used to seeing from a boxer. So they're gonna catch you off guard. That's just how it is. But the only thing is, when Ngannou caught Fury off guard, he was hitting them with them hammers. He had the hammer of Thor. That motherfucker, like he has great power. So it was just Fury had a bad night and he ran into a bad matchup as an opponent. And he really lost. He lost that fight, but they gave him a
He
decision.
lost.
Yeah, he lost.
He lost.
But like I
Hey,
tell
man,
everybody,
y'all
heavyweights is a different
make sure
story,
y'all tapping
everybody.
that screen, man, because I'm cooking, man.
That heavyweights, I tell everybody, heavyweights is a different monster, bro. Because that one hit, good night, that's it. They weigh 270 pounds, bro. That shit, it's different, bro. You can't just take a 275-pound punch, bro.
Some of them weigh more.
You know,
some of them weigh 300 like a big baby Jerry Miller.
Yeah, that is crazy.
that
I
was
think
he looked like a beach ball with legs, bro.
didn't he weigh in at like 333?
Hakeem Rodman Jr. fought Greg Hardy, and Greg Hardy came in the fight 300 or something pounds.
What happened to
Hey
what's
Jordan,
that
you
weight
gotta go to
class
my page,
above
bro.
heavyweight?
We ain't talking about me right now, bro. If you want to know about that, go to my page, dog.
Didn't they used to have a super heavyweight division?
I don't know. I don't know. Butterbean 357. Damn.
Shoot, that be look right there. That's a pay-per-view fight undercard right there. Butterbean versus fucking Baby.
Big baby.
Bring that fat boy out of retirement.
Make sure you got a Amalam on the damn right side of the ring because somebody might have a damn heart attack.
Hey, they gonna have to take water breaks in between the rounds. They're gonna have to do it
They
one
get a
minute
water break in
rounds.
between the round. They get to 1 minute.
Shoo. That'd be a 3-round fight. That's it. That's all I
They
want to
gonna
see.
make sure, and they gonna have to get a special ring too that could all that damn jumping. They got to get a ring that can withstand all that weight, just in case somebody get knocked down. You can't have a regular ring, bro.
They gotta
Let me ask
reinforce
you this
it.
before I bounce, bro, because I'm about. I need to ask you this. What do you think? What do you think happened that night with Wilder and Parker, dog? Before I bounce,
Oh, that's easy, man. Deontay Wilder. Somebody said Amalam got me crying. Y'all been listening to too much Pooh Shiesty. My bad. An ambulance. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to you. Hey, this what happened with Deontay Wilder, bro. Deontay Wilder, ever since he lost to Tyson Fury, because he's so proud, he never bounced back mentally. Ever. He never bounced back mentally from that fight. Also, he tried to become a boxer after that fight when he should have been working on his skills the entire time. But after that fight, he was like, I gotta increase my boxing because he understood that if he had a higher boxing craft, he would have beat Fury. But it's like, bro, you're 37, 38 years old. You're an old dog. You're not gonna learn any new tricks. So you might as well go with what you know. If you would have went in there just throwing bombs, notice whenever he went forward in that fight, Joseph Parker couldn't do anything besides put his hands up and back up. Because Deontay's still a great athlete. He still has crazy power. But he's trying to go in there and act like he's gonna move around and box. And
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
All he did was make himself tired, put himself in a bad position, and lose a bunch of rounds. The shit was just dumb. And ultimately, at this point in his career, he probably should retire because he's taking a bunch of damage in the Fury fights. He's not going to become any better of a boxer. And since he doesn't have good craft, like he doesn't have good defensive fundamentals, his reflexes are slower than they've ever been. He's getting older. So he's going to start taking big shots. He's already taking big shots. Why continue to do that? You prove that you're one of the hardest hitters of all time. You was a world champion. Everybody respects you except for trolls. Like, I don't understand. And then you in the fight, after the fight, talking about, you want to go see your daughter, you know what I mean? So if you focus on being a family man, do that.
He's
But
ready to,
I just don't
yeah.
want to see him. I just want to see, don't want to see him get hurt. I'm not hating on him. Like
Nah.
Deontay, I really like Deontay Wilder, and he was a great. To me, he was a very, very great boxer for what he came in with. For his skill level, he made it to the top. Like shout out to him, but I think he should retire.
Yeah. Thank you for the KJ, man. Always pleasure to fucking watching you do your thing, bro. I'm gonna keep following you, bro. I'm out of here, bro. I'm just gonna go
All
chill
right,
out, man.
man. All
All
right,
right,
Curry,
man.
man. Get a
Peace
good
out,
night.
Curry.
All right, dog.
Everybody else
All
gonna be
right,
up
King.
here to my phone about to die, so
Wait,
we got some time, man.
wait. I
Let's
have a
get back to
question,
the
KJ.
topic. Oh, what's up? What's up?
Well, just one more question. We'll go back to that. Do you think Wilder would have 5 years ago would have knocked out Usyk?
Usyk, if he hit him with a body shot, but Wilder don't really go to the body. That's another thing. Wilder, he left a lot on the table. Like if Wilder didn't just rely on one punch and he tried to develop power with that hand and other shots and shit like that, with a body shot, he would have killed Usyk because Usyk has been weak to the body his entire career, going back to the amateurs. But most likely, no, he would have lost to Usyk because once again, he's not a body puncher.
Okay, that makes sense.
But you know who he would have beat 5 years ago, in my opinion? Anthony Joshua.
I remember when Klitschko dropped him with the right hand. If that was Wilder, his ass wouldn't have got up from that.
I think Joshua knew that. That's why Joshua he hasn't fought Fury or a Wilder. So I think Joshua was ducking. He even said I'm gonna be here long when them guys are gone. You know what I mean, with his little Brit accent. But he didn't want no smoke with them dudes back then. Joshua is the biggest heavyweight star in the world. Them UK people support him everywhere he goes. He has the looks. He has the performances. He's a very, very good boxer. Some may even say he's a great boxer. So he could have called the shots and forced those fights to happen. He didn't want those fights to happen. That's why they never happened. I believe he knows that Deontay could have knocked him out and Fury could have beat him. But Wilder's at a point now where he's already lost so many times, he doesn't give a damn no more. But he should have had that I don't give a damn attitude from the jump, in my opinion. Because he was too worried about public opinion. That's why the losses meant so much to him, because it's like, damn, all these other champions. He said that other champions were starting to disrespect him and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, who gives a fuck? You still cashing checks and having sex, like Adrian Broner said. Who cares? Look, if I go pro, I promise you, if I'm on a pay-per-view and I get knocked out, we're gonna be making memes together. Because if I got paid, I'm not gonna give a rest. What? Most people get knocked out all the time on Twitter for free. But people are taught, like, because they're a celebrity, they think everybody's supposed to always love them and say good things about them. Like, no, that's unrealistic. Regular people, and I don't know about y'all, but in my family or in my regular circle, people talk shit about you all the time. So it's like you gotta deal with it. Somebody said, "Bro, this is about legacy, though." Yeah, Anthony Joshua has had a pretty good legacy. He beat Klitschko. That's good. He started out
He
beating
did, and
Klitschko.
he got hurt, and he showed that he could, bounce
Yeah,
back in
he
a
got
fight
up.
when
That
he's
was one
hurt.
of the most. That fight will never be forgotten. It was in Wembley Stadium. Them UK people will never forget that fight. Even if Anthony Joshua would get tore up from the floor, they'll always bring up how he beat Klitschko and he came back from hell and did this and that. And to me, he's had a very good career. And he's still trying to build. He's still trying to grow. He could have retired after losing to Usyk twice. He's still trying to get better. So shout out to him.
I don't know about you, but I think Ngannou's gonna take his head off.
Man, I think Ngannou's gonna get hurt. It's a difference between fighting Tyson Fury, a man who's not known for power, a man that came out with magical power out of nowhere against Deontay Wilder, and fighting a man who is known for power and who is actually a boxer. Ngannou was breathing hard in them last couple of rounds against Tyson Fury. If he fight Joshua with all that experience, I think Ngannou for the first time is gonna really touch the earth, man. Like he's going to get dropped and he going to get hurt in this fight. I think that's been my prediction from the jump. Now, if he goes out there and he beats Anthony Joshua, then I would bill him as the greatest combat athlete ever in any sport because there's no way you should be able to jump over and cross over and beat the champions. Like that's not supposed to happen. Tyson Fury embarrassed boxing on that night. Imagine
Not
if
even
Floyd
just
would have let Conor beat him. Like that would have been so embarrassing.
not even just that though. Francis be getting scared against heavy hitters. Like if you look at his UFC fights,
All right,
when
I
he
don't follow UFC, so I can't speak on that, man. You got the floor.
or not, when he be like when he fought Derek Lewis, one of the hardest hitters in the UFC, he did not try to engage with him at all, like the whole
Mm,
fight. So
mm.
I
Derek Lewis
think,
is an exciting fighter.
yeah,
Derek Lewis is
but
the
I
one
feel
that said his
like,
balls is hot, right?
yeah, that's he took off his shorts in the ring.
Erickson Lubin, he still fights.
Yeah,
Who?
Lubin still fight.
Seen him. Isn't he supposed to fight someone?
Yeah, I seen that he was supposed to be fighting somebody.
Sebastian Fandora.
Fundora, yeah, it was a bad fight. That was a bad. He took a lot of damage. He got knocked out first by Jamel Charlo, and he got knocked out in like the first round. So that fucked him up mentally because he was like, "Damn, can I do this?" But when I watched that fight, he seemed a little bit too worried. So that's the thing. That's what led to the knockout. Also, Jamel Charlo is a very very good athlete. So it's like you got to be on the swivel. But he came back against Sebastian Fundora. He was the first person to ever hurt Sebastian Fundora. He dropped Sebastian Fundora in that fight, and the
That's
fight ended
right.
up having to be stopped because Sebastian Fundora beat his face down so bad that his face was all bloated and stuff. Like that was a war. That was one of the great fights. I forgot what year it happened, but that was one of the greatest fights of the year. But neither one of them are that popular, so people didn't pay it no mind. But that was a real war. Like that was a great fight. Somebody says, who you got, Tank or Boots? Tank don't have no business fighting Boots, bro. Hey, Ice, thanks for liking the live. Everybody that's been in the chat liking the live,
Would Boots beat Tank though? In your opinion, KJ?
Tank don't have no business fighting them. He's too small. And like I said, he's not Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker was fighting with so much skill that it's like it didn't matter how big his opponent was. He went all the way up to 154. Tank is very, very skilled, but a lot of what he does is based off his athleticism. Once you reach a certain level of man, like who is bigger than you, the power ain't gonna have the same effect. So Barrios,
Yeah, you could tell
he
Canelo
got
that.
Barrios. He got Barrios, but at 147, is he gonna knock Boots out being a smaller man or somebody like a Bud Crawford? I don't think so. And is he gonna be losing on points? 9 times out of 10, he will. Most of the time, he's losing. These bigger fights against men that are larger than him. Even when men are smaller than him, he'll be losing on the cards, and then he'll come back and get a knockout.
And compared to the people that he's been fighting, Boots has way more footwork than him.
Way more footwork than who?
Than like the people that Tank has been fighting recently.
Oh yeah. Boots got way more footwork than him. But Boots don't be using his footwork as much as he should though.
But I feel like you could say the
Is
same
Frank
thing
Martin
about
a
Tank
harder
versus
fight than
Boots
Conor
opponents.
Ben? That's like comparing apples and oranges. Frank Martin brings a speed that Conor doesn't bring, and he brings angles that Conor doesn't bring. But the reason why Conor would be such a hard fight for Tank is Conor didn't fought at 154. Conor's a big boy. Conor also has failed drug tests. So when you consider that, like that's both it's apples and oranges, and both of them will be extremely tough fights. But it was smarter for Tank. Tank would have made more money fighting Conor Ben, but it was smarter for him to fight somebody his own size. Because it would have been bad for him to lose to Conor just because Conor was bigger than him if he would have lost. And I think he probably would have lost. I mean, Connor's a big boy. He's fought at 154. Perry My World, thanks for liking the live. Ice, thanks for liking the live. Everybody that's been liking the live, thank you, man. It helps push the live. Somebody says Frank not that good. Who is the best? Frank, yo, listen, y'all got to stop with this who has he fought argument. No one has fought anyone until they fight someone. You understand what I mean? So these great fighters, before they fight the guy that you're going to allow them to credit themselves as a great fighter, they were already great. They just need an opportunity to prove that they're great. But to sit there and say who has somebody fought all the time, all that does is stop great fights from happening. Because now you're trying to say that you're saying we should never, whether you know it or not, that's what you're saying. You're saying we should never give a fighter an opportunity. Someone said you
Yeah,
can't. I said you
and then
can't.
it's like you
You
can
say
say that
he's
for
good.
most boxers.
Yeah. Somebody says you can't automatically say he's good either. I'm not automatically saying anything. I've watched his fights. I watched him fight Michelle Rivera. I watched him fight Adam Tunyon. It was another guy that I mentioned earlier. I forgot the name, but it was a black guy. I've watched Frank Martin's fights. That's why I say he's good. He has great angles, great speed in his feet in his hands, great boxing IQ, very good jab, underrated power, very slick fighter. Only thing about Frank Martin, the reason why I think Tank is going to beat him, he takes too long to make decisions. It seems like he's not settled into his style. I've said this like 5 times during the live, but maybe you wasn't here earlier.
Russell beat Tank. KJ.
Possibly Gary Russell with that work rate. If he doesn't get knocked out, I don't see Tank winning.
Because he's
Gary Russell
faster
was
than
throwing
Tank.
all them damn. No, not because he's necessarily faster. Tank might be faster than him, but Tank only throw 1 or 2 punches at a time. But Gary Russell's work rate, Gary Russell's coming out there throwing 10-punch combinations. So if Tank don't get a knockout, he's going to lose on the card. Like he's just going to lose.
That fool throws like 100 over 100
100
punches
punches.
around.
Only reason Loma beat him is because Loma could match some of the punch rate, and then Loma had all type of defense and footwork. Tank don't fight like that. Tank got great footwork, but he doesn't fight like Loma, where it's like all this in and out movement and activity. So Loma was able to match Gary Russell with activity, not necessarily hand speed, but Loma could throw combinations too, and he was making Gary miss. But that was a very good fight. I don't know if you ever watched that fight, but that's a good fight, underrated fight. Lomachenko versus Gary Russell Jr. Who you guys got if Ryan and Devin fight? What you mean if they're already planning the fight on the 20th, and 99% of the population got Devin Haney. The other 1%
Yeah.
is Mexican
Yeah.
fans, 12-year-olds that don't know shit about
Yeah,
boxing.
but bet on Ryan though, because that'd be a nice come up if he wins though. It's not impossible for Ryan to get a nice
I thought
like
you
you know
want
what I
to
mean
40
like.
since you want to come up, put 10 G's on Ryan.
No, I'm not. I'll put maybe $20 on Ryan and come up like
That's not
whatever,
that's
like
a good come
200
up
or
then. That ain't no
whatever.
come up.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
The money, KJ?
Oh no, I ain't betting no. Oh, you want bet? Oh, you want bet?
20 bucks? Or how much? 100?
No, I
100?
told you last time 500.
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna
stupid.
be
You
in the
don't
homeless
bet
shelter.
500 to 500 though. Like put the odds on it. You know what I mean?
You want me
Yeah,
to be in the
500.
homeless shelter?
But you can't. You're not being a homeless shelter off $500. You can't even. First off, they kick you out right now in the American economy. If you show up with the homeless shelter and you don't got $500, you getting kicked out of the homeless shelter.
Hey, let's keep it to boxing, bro. Let's keep it to boxing.
This is
It's a bet. It's a bet. It's a bet.
Ricky, $500, bro. And
Okay, how about this? If I win, you gotta give me your channel.
Wait, 500 on what? You're betting on Ryan Garcia?
if I win, you gotta
I
give me
did.
$500.
I did.
No, look, for real. Put
I
500
did.
on like FanDuel or whatever. Like you'll get paid
Oh,
crazy if that hits.
I'm not throwing $500 to the damn for Ryan to go out there and get outboxed by Devin Haney. That's dumb.
Wait. Do you have a bet on it with anyone else?
Nobody people that I know like about that know about boxing. I got my friend named TJ. He knows a pretty decent amount about boxing just by listening to me. He would never bet on Ryan Garcia. So I don't have I don't have a dummy. I need a
But
dummy out
Garcia,
there. I need a
Garcia has a
dummy.
puncher's chance though. He
Huh?
literally has a puncher's chance. He does have a
Yeah,
punch
it's a
though.
5%
That's
chance. It's a 5% puncher's chance. It's the same chance he had against Tank. I wouldn't put no money on that. I'm sorry.
that's just my opinion. It's
What's
gonna
up,
be
dude?
hard to
What's
knock
up,
out
Lee?
Devin Haney. I'm not gonna lie.
What's good,
It
Lee?
He
should be
doesn't
hard.
have to knock him out. He could outpoint him. He doesn't have to knock
No,
him
he
out.
he
But
can't.
no, he
He
won't. No, he
cannot
won't.
beat
Come
Devin Haney
on,
He
by
bro.
cannot.
points, bro. He
Bro, come on,
he is
bro. Who
not
said
beating
that?
him by 10. Foodie
With,
said
with
that.
that with that Philly show, bro. If he works on that Philly
Nah,
show,
Yeah,
bro.
he
Oh,
on
he's
that
trolling.
Philly.
He's
Said the
trolling.
Philly.
He trolling. He trolling.
Yeah,
he works on that Philly
Bro,
show, bro.
See,
I
I'm
bet
see,
you
I'm
think
saying
you
That shit was
outpoint
funny. That Philly
Foodie.
show was hilarious. No,
Foodie.
it's a joke. That Philly show was hilarious. Like
Yeah,
he,
Bro,
yeah,
he
but
like
he had
turned
it.
his
outpoint. I
back
can
and
tell that you're
shit.
just
Like,
joking, so I ain't even gonna get on you. Hey, Lee said Garcia's left hook only works on punching bags. I would have to disagree. Garcia left hook then knocked out a lot of men. It's just that at the highest level they can see it coming. At the highest level, Tank Davis gonna see that coming. Devin Haney gonna see it coming.
No,
Some of the
Garcia.
other guys, the B tier and the C tier guys, they can't see it coming because Ryan fast as hell, and they don't have the reflexes to move out of the way, or they don't have the chin. So that hook ain't no joke, and it work against real men. It just don't work at the highest level.
That's how
Put
Garcia.
it.
Huh?
That's how Garcia got that. He has got that athleticism. You know, like
Yeah, but he's
give props
listen.
for
Right now at the lightweight division, athleticism is a dime a dozen. There's the lightweight, and I mean Ryan is at 140 now, but I'm just saying lightweight because that's where he was at. And even at 140, athleticism is a dime a dozen. So many guys are coming in now with all of this speed. But I'm gonna say lightweight: Andy Cruz, fast as hell; Keyshawn Davis, fast as hell; Shakur Stevenson, fast as hell; Tank Davis, fast as hell; Frank Martin, fast. Everybody fast. That's why you cannot be a top guy just because of speed right now. It's too much talent. So you need a fast brain, a fast body, fast feet, a fast man in the corner. Everything got to be in sync, and that's what Ryan didn't have. Ryan didn't have the IQ, and he don't have fast feet. He got okay feet, but they don't got fast feet.
Yeah, and I don't think he has the heart neither, Ryan, to be honest.
You could say it. That's the thing. People don't like saying that, but at the end of the day, if you get hit and you make a decision to stay down, then yeah, that shows that you lacking in the heart. What's up, Java or JVA?
Hey, what up? What's the topic? I just jumped in right now.
The
Tank
topic
also
is
clear?
Tank Davis, Frank Martin. Who you got?
Well, Tank, this is not even a 50-50 fight. I feel like that's
It's
another prospect.
60-40. I think it's 60-40 for
I
Tank.
think I think that Tank's fighting another prospect, 30-year-old
Oh, no, you
prospect at
tripping.
that.
You tripping. I mean, the dude is a prospect, but he started boxing late. But Frank Martin is extremely fast, extremely skilled. This is a dangerous fight for Tank, man. This is more dangerous than any fight that Tank has had.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but
Who do you think that Tank has fought that Frank Martin couldn't beat? Frank Martin could beat Ryan Garcia. He could beat Hector Garcia. All of the guys that Tank has
well,
fought,
we can't
they haven't had good feet, man. They haven't had good feet.
we can't just speculate. We gotta say what it is. Like Pedraza had a belt. That's the only champion Tank has beaten.
Exactly. But Pedraza, when you look at him from the eye test and you look at Frank Martin, Pedraza don't do none of the shit that I see Frank Martin doing in the ring. And people say you gotta have a Lee said you gotta have more fights. It's not necessarily about how many fights you got. It's about whether you're ready or not. Because there's people who don't have a
Yeah,
lot of fights in
the
the
eye
history of
test is
boxing.
cool and all,
They
but
just shoot up
up
and keep
until you get
shooting
in
up.
there with the fighter of substance, then that's really that really tells everybody what it is. Because the eye test is just whatever till you jump in there with somebody that actually has skills or is a champion.
Do you understand that for real? Tank, even though Tank is more popular than Frank Martin, Tank hasn't really jumped in there with nobody. And
I
Frank hasn't jumped in there with nobody. This
I
is the
mean,
first time that they both gonna be jumping in there with somebody that's just as fast as them in their feet, in their hands.
yeah, I mean, Shakur doesn't have a fight date lined up or anything, and I think he's a free agent right in June.
Yeah.
That would have been the fight to make, Tank versus Shakur.
The Tank and Shakur fight and the Tank and the Devin fight, all of those fights are gonna happen. This fight is just as dangerous as that because Frank Martin is just as fast as Shakur. Only thing is Frank don't make his decision making is not as fast as Shakur. That's one thing I would say. Shakur, his body and his mind are in sync. When he sees something, he act on it. Frank wasn't showing that.
I don't know, because I feel like Tank. I mean, I feel like Shakur and Devin, they're on the way. They're looking at legacy, so they're on the way up. They're moving. Shakur's gonna move up.
Shakur hasn't done nothing for the legacy though, because he can't get a fight. But Devin, his
Shakur,
legacy
Shakur is unifying. Shakur is a 2-division legit champ. Tank has one belt. The rest of them are Reggie belts. Just versus Pedraza, but the other 2 belts, they're not really belts. You know that? When he moved up to fight Barrios, who was the actual champ? Josh Taylor was.
Yeah, Barrios was no longer a champ. Barrios was a former champ. He was no longer a champ.
Barrios was a regular WBA champ, but Taylor was the actual champ.
The real champ.
Yeah,
Barrios was a former. I think he was a former world champ.
Barrios had a regular belt. Like he had the WBA regular title. He didn't have the super. He wasn't the super champ or whatever it is. But yeah, I feel like if Shakur, if Tank doesn't fight Shakur now or Haney, they're gonna keep moving up. They're going 4 or 5. They're trying to be 4 or 5 division champs. Legacy shit.
Especially Haney. But do you think Shakur could fight at 147?
Hell yeah, of course he can. I mean, we seen Oscar do it from that way. We seen Floyd do it. We seen Pacquiao. Why can't they do it? They're also talented like them. They're also naturally gifted.
All right, so like I'll give you an example. So do you see Shakur and Devin in there with like Terrence Crawford or Boots?
I mean, eventually the thing is that the way that they started their careers, they're gonna by the time that
Boots and them gonna be gone. But I'm saying
Boots and they're gonna be up. They're gonna be up at. He's gonna be at 54, 60, and then
they're gonna be gone. But I'm saying
Crawford's gonna be gone too.
I'm saying someone else. Let's say someone else comes into that position at 147. Do you think that they can hang with a real welterweight?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, look at Pacquiao. He started at what, like 118?
I can't use Pacquiao as an example. Pacquiao is a guy that was afraid to take a drug test. So I don't think Shakur's doing anything.
You can't put that on him because he never popped hot. He never pissed dirty, so you can't even say that.
That's cool, man. But it's people that cheat and get away with it every day. But I'm just saying, if a man say they're gonna pay you $1 million to take a drug test and you say no, something is fishy about that.
Man, that's for social media, but these motherfuckers that's for the internet. That's for antics. That's not really what's going. That's all bullshit. But look,
What's good?
Oscar and Floyd did it. They both started at 30, didn't they? Or 30?
You said Manny Pacquiao came up from 118, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Exactly. So is it common for a man for his power to increase as he moves up in weight, or does it look worse?
Is it common? Is it common for a fighter to come out and be that talented? Like, I mean, he's an all-time great, is he not?
Right. So when Roy Jones went up from middleweight to heavyweight, did you think that was natural? Do you think that was God gifted?
I mean, would you say it again? When he went up from where to where?
When Roy Jones he started at 154 and finished. Well, he didn't finish his career, but he went all the way up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
Do you think that was natural?
I mean, we gotta say it is because he didn't pop
No,
dirt.
Roy failed the drug test though.
I don't know.
You didn't know that, so
I know he did. I know he did, but I don't know in what episode of his career he failed that drug test. Like, was it during that time?
Exactly. So anyway, Roy Jones was on that shit. But
don't they all take steroids, bro? Like realistically, don't they all take steroids?
No.
I mean, look. They say that about Floyd. He used the IV for Pacquiao
Floyd used
fight.
a water IV. But this is the thing. Let me tell you something.
That's the thing. Water IV.
If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is too good to be true. When Pernell Whitaker, one of the greatest boxers ever, when he went up in weight, the power that he had at like the lightweight divisions, 130.
Yeah, but not everybody is not every. Some people it translates.
Natural. You're fighting men who are naturally larger than you.
Some people it translates. Canelo debuted at 47 and he knocked out Kovalev at 75. What is that? 30
that fight was fixed, but it's all good.
I love how you say that fight was fixed. I love that. I love that.
When you watch the Kovalev fight, but it's all good because we saw in the Bivol fight that Canelo doesn't have power to translate to light heavyweight. Bivol didn't have.
He couldn't hit him, bro. That's not about power. But Bivol couldn't be touched, bro. That's a different conversation we're having.
Bivol didn't get touched. Do you know Bivol put his hands up and stood right in front of Canelo and multiple times throughout the fight? Canelo couldn't.
You act like Canelo got a clean fucking like solid hit on Bivol. Like he wasn't gonna, bro. Bivol like fucking put a clinic on him, bro.
I watched the fight 3 times. Go rewatch the fight.
I'll watch it again, bro. I watched it live, but what I remember, Bivol was fucking like clinking Canelo, and Canelo didn't fucking do shit to him. He didn't fucking. I don't remember any power shots that Canelo landed.
Multiple times throughout the fight, Bivol put his hands up and stood right in front of Canelo. Canelo landed shots. It didn't do a damn thing. Do you know why? Because they could not pay Bivol to take a dive. Bivol didn't need to take a dive. Kovalev was at the end of his career. He didn't give a damn. He would have took, yeah, sure. You want me to go out there? Go watch Kovalev get hit by Canelo. This motherfucker dude does the heel toe before he goes down. He out here dancing because
he got caught. What are you talking about? He got caught.
Yeah, he got caught. He got caught cheating. He got caught taking a dive by me.
That was a washed Kovalev, bro. That was an over-the-hill Kovalev. Like a dude who got drunk every fucking day. But where's the proof? Kovalev, bro.
Over-the-hill toe.
KJ, where's the proof that it was fixed, though? You're just assuming.
Listen. Let me tell you like this. I built 31,000 followers giving my insight. I don't be needing proof. Y'all be the ones who go for that bullshit that they write in them articles. I read between the lines. I told people months ago that Tank Davis was going to fight the winner of Pitbull Cruz and Rolly Romero. That's how the people was doing.
Hold up though. Is Tank a dug for fighting Martin then?
How? How is he?
How is he not?
Hey, Tank. Listen, KJ.
Frank Martin, one of the most elite athletes that 135 has to offer.
What are you talking? Look, Tank has a champion in his division that's been calling him out, and he's not fighting him.
Who?
KJ.
Shakur.
Exactly, but at the end of the day, Shakur Stevenson, that's a fight for later on. Everybody knows that.
How is that a fight for later on?
Because
it's not going to move up with him.
Tank is going to fight Devin, Shakur, all of them at the end of his career.
He has to do it now. He's already 30. Why is he still in the training wheels?
KJ, you said Frank Martin is like the best fighter Tank has fought in his career.
Frank Martin is a prospect, bro.
Well, Tank Martin will be the best fighter, but this is the point. Frank Martin is going to be the best athlete that Tank has ever fought. Everybody else Tank fought has slow feet. That's why
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what type of fighter Frank Martin is? He's the equivalent of an Avni Yildirim, and you guys were hating on Canelo for fighting him.
Who?
He's the equivalent of a Yildirim.
Man, you out your damn mind.
In terms of accomplishments,
he's a top one contender. What are you talking about?
Listen, you talking about accomplishments. Frank Martin started boxing at like 18, and he was selling.
How long has he been pro? How long has he been pro? He's been a prospect for a bunch of years, and he's already 30. He's not doing it.
You know what's crazy, KJ? I bet money, KJ, that you think Andrade would have beat Canelo. Am I right or am I wrong?
Who?
Andrade. You think Andrade would have beat Canelo, right?
No, you know what? I bet money that he thinks Castillo lost to Floyd the first fight.
Am I right or wrong, KJ? You think Andrade would have beat Canelo, right?
Canelo think Andrade would have beat him. That's why he didn't give him a shot.
No, I'm not asking what Canelo thinks. I'm asking
No,
what you think. Do
I
you
already
think?
said it. You asked me. You didn't hear me the first time. I said he would have beat him, and Canelo think it too. That's why Canelo didn't fight him.
Hey, hold on,
Andre was
hold
6
on.
foot
So,
tall with an awkward style.
hold on. So you're telling me that he ducked Andrade so he could move up and fight the #1 pound for pound at the time that was knocking everybody out in Triple G? That's what you're telling me right now?
Bruh,
He ducked Andrade at 154
Triple
and
G
moved
didn't
up to
even want to fight
160
Andre. Triple G didn't
to
even
fight
want to
that
fight
kid.
Andre at 160.
No. I'm talking about when Canelo and Andrade were at 54, and you're saying that Canelo ducked Andrade to go fight a killer in a higher weight class. Make that make sense?
I make it make sense because styles make fights. Andre was a man that was a switch hitter.
Man, Andre.
You're not gonna let me finish this sentence. Then don't ask no questions.
All
Andre
right.
was a switch hitter, and he had an awkward style. He's also 6 foot tall with a 74 or 73-inch reach. That is a bad matchup for Canelo. Triple G.
No, let me rebuttal that. Let me rebuttal that.
A basic fighter with a great chin and great power. Much easier for Canelo, a man who has flat feet his damn self. So
Triple G? Triple G was an easy fight for Canelo?
Nah.
No,
So
I said
hold on.
easier, meaning comparison, bro. Listen, man, yo, go get some Q-tips. I said much easier.
Nah, that's a terrible take. That's a terrible take because you just said Andrade had quick feet, fast hands, or whatever you said, right?
Yeah, so that's nothing that I said at all. I didn't say he had quick feet and fast hands. I said the man was 6 foot tall. I said he had a 74 or 73-inch reach. I said he had a very awkward style. So it would have made and I said he was a switch hitter. Those are the things that I said. I remember what I said.
Good, but who did he beat to prove that was special? Who did he beat to prove
the motherfucker tried to fight? He tried to fight Canelo. Canelo ain't want to give him a shot. Then he ended up having to fight
if I'm not wrong, Andrade has one champion in his career.
Okay, that's called champion. Yo, this is not you must be new to boxing. In the 50s, they had an entire slew of black fighters who had to make their own tournament. It was called Black Murderers Row. You know why? Because the mob controlled boxing and didn't give those guys a chance to fight in the championship.
Man, that's not how it is right now, though. That's not what it is right now.
Talk about all day, but they got blackballed from the sport. So Canelo didn't give Andre his chance because Canelo ain't want to risk it with somebody that number one.
Okay, Andrade got beat up by fucking David Benavidez. The same David Benavidez that's gonna get knocked out by Canelo when it happens, bro. I promise you that. I promise you that David's going down, bro.
Canelo is not fighting David.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Why
he
did
is.
David move up to light heavyweight? He's not sitting around waiting. It's been 4 years.
Bro,
JVA.
David Benavidez head, he doesn't move off the line, bro. It's
JVA.
easy peasy, bro. It's easy peasy.
JVA, when are you gonna accept?
If Canelo was as confident as y'all, he would have been fought.
When are you gonna accept that Canelo's scared?
Don't even want to box no more. He's ready
Hold
to.
on. MVP. Hold on. You just said Canelo's scared. I think he's like 2 to 3 champions away from taking that record from Floyd Mayweather and defeating the most champions in history.
He can have. Canelo can
So
have a
how is that
record.
being scared? Name another fight. Hey, Crawford has like 10 champions in his resume. Canelo has like 24, 23. So you're telling me a motherfucker with 23 champions in his belt is scared of another motherfucker? Nah,
So JVA, so why won't he accept the fight?
Because he's a light heavyweight.
No.
Money. It's about money, dude.
It's about money.
It's about contract. He's got one more fight. He's gonna fight. What's his name? The fucking Mexican buddy. What's his name? Or maybe fucking Crawford. He might fight Crawford or whatever. Or we'll see. But
Canelo is 33.
That's embarrassing.
He's not Bud's age that waited until he was 35 to fight one good fighter. He's 33. He could fight fucking Benavidez in September or next May. He's chilling.
But it's not gonna happen.
Listen, yo, when
What
he
do
don't
you
fight
mean it's not gonna happen? That's
It's
the biggest
not
fight
gonna.
in boxing.
Bro,
That's the biggest fight in boxing.
You're a Canelo fan. So when I say something that's
Yo,
critical
I'm a fan
about
of the
Canelo,
top. Look, I'm a
that
fan
you're
of
put
all
on
the
something.
fighters that are.
hey KJ, you were right. The fans do really think like Canelo will beat Benavidez.
I told
They
you.
really believe.
But listen, JVA, you a Canelo fan, so when I'm critical of Canelo, you feel in your corazon. That's okay. But listen,
Corazon.
listen. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. If Canelo don't fight David,
He's gonna fight him.
If he he doesn't fight David, where do you go from there? How do you defend his ass after that? I'm telling you.
You've asked.
Now,
that question has been
his
asked.
legacy's already cemented, bro. He doesn't have anything to prove.
Exactly.
He doesn't have anything to prove, bro.
That's a great point. Canelo's an all-time great, and he also robbed the Mexican fan base of the greatest fight of all time. Hey,
Hold
shout
on,
out
hold
to
on, hold on, hold on,
shout
hold on,
out
hold
to
on.
Klitschko for
Hold
having
on,
the
hold on, hold
balls
on,
to
hold
fight
on, hold
Anthony
on.
Joshua. Shout out to
Hold up, hold up.
Klitschko.
Hold up. Name me another fighter in the last 20, 30 years that has fought 4 guys that the public has demanded him to fight. Canelo, he got demanded to fight Austin Trout. He wasn't even 22. I
Oh
mean
no no
23
no
at
no
the
no!
time.
You talking
He
about a
got
whole different
demanded to fight
Canelo?
Lara. He got
No no
demanded
no!
to
You're
fight
talking about
Triple G and Floyd.
you talking about a different Canelo.
Huh?
JV8, you're over here
At
like
that point, at Canelo, that was when Canelo was hungry. I can't listen. I cannot say that he was. He
That's
yeah,
what
didn't
I'm
dump no
saying.
smoke.
No, but
No,
no,
bro,
Buddy's
that's
got
what
a
I'm saying.
point.
JV8,
JV's got a point, bro.
JV8.
JV's
He
got a
at the end of
point.
his career. He at the end of his career. He's not that dude no more. He's not the man that's saying put him
We're
in front
not.
of me.
Hold up. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
JV8, Canelo lost to Trout and he lost to Laura, and you know it.
He lost
No,
to
he
No, he
didn't.
Trout. What
didn't.
the
He
fuck?
No, he
beat
That
no.
didn't.
wasn't even
He
close.
He
lost to
fought.
Trout. I don't know.
He
Like
beat
Laura,
If
you have
you're
an
saying,
argument,
if
but
you
Trout,
Yeah, he beat Austin Trout.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Canelo
Even
at
if you
one
look
time
at
was fighting everybody. I can't argue that. At
look,
one time he was
you got
fighting everybody.
okay. That's what I'm saying. So he fought the fighters that the public demanded.
Right. So he has the right to walk away
Yeah.
from the Benavidez fight.
No, 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 no. He's
We
gonna
just
do it
saying that
again. He's gonna
that's
do it
pussy. That's
again.
all we
He's gonna
saying.
do it again. And
No,
that's why I said name
we're
one other
just
fighter. Name another fighter that has done that for the fans. Like,
we're
all right, we
just
want you
saying
to we want you to get with him and do it.
no,
We
we're
want you to
just
fight him
saying
and do it.
Floyd Mayweather was 36 when he fought Canelo. Canelo
And
what came to the ring outweighing him by 15 pounds. We're just saying that Canelo's a great
nah,
fighter. At
Canelo
one point
was
in time, he
drained.
wanted to
Canelo
fight
was drained, but
everybody.
that's good, bro.
Now at the
That's
end of
good,
his
bro.
career, his career, he turned pussy, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens.
whoa, hey
He
man,
just
whoa,
fought
He
the
just
whoa,
right
won.
guy at one
He
time.
just
whoa.
went undisputed
Take
and
it
fought
easy,
before. Like, that's what we
KJ. Take it easy,
As you get
bro.
older,
Take
it
it
happens to the
easy.
best men.
I'm
Take
not
it
trying to.
easy,
When you get
Hey,
older,
I'm
bro.
hey,
trying
hold
to
on, hold on.
discredit.
Hey, hold on, hold on, hold on,
when you
hold
get
on.
older,
Hey,
your testosterone goes
KJ,
down.
KJ,
Your
KJ,
nipples might
KJ,
start.
KJ.
Your chest might
Hold
start
on, hold on, hold
sucking.
on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
You know what I mean? Your
Isn't
estrogen
Charlo
levels going up.
it wasn't Charlo undisputed and somebody that shared the same weight class as Canelo at a certain point in time and is taller and has a big larger reach than him?
You do this. You really about to say a man jumping up 2 weight division? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on.
Canelo did it. Canelo did
Canelo
it.
fought a man jumping up two. Canelo never jumped up 2 weight classes and skipped a weight class ever,
I don't care
ever,
if you skipped or not.
ever.
I'm just saying he did it. He
Exactly. Of
did it.
course you
He
don't.
went
Of
up.
course you
He
don't.
went up.
Of course. Of
He
course.
went up.
I don't compare that. No, Jamel Charlo jumped up 2 weight class, bro. That
Hey
fight
Who
wasn't
else
KJ,
even
who else could beat
who's the
Jamal
greatest
Charlo in a fight?
Mexican boxer in your opinion?
Salvador Sanchez. If
That's a good
Canelo
choice. Agreed. Agreed.
If
That's
Canelo
that's a
was
good
I'm not
one.
going, but hold
That's a
up.
good
If
one.
Canelo were to fight David and beat him, because he don't have no business beating David, because
He's
David's the
gonna be
largest
better
man
than
in him.
Salvador. If he beats
Yeah,
David, he'll
if
be
he
better than
was to fight
Salvador.
David and beat him, he the greatest Mexican fighter ever. He's not supposed to
For
beat David
real?
Benavidez.
You think
He's
so?
not supposed to beat David Benavidez. David Benavidez is a larger man than him, a younger man than him, throws more punches than
He
him.
doesn't
So he
move
might
up.
even
His
hit
head
harder
doesn't
than him.
move from the line, bro. It's an easy target.
Exactly. His head don't. But guess what? At 168, he's a weight bully. So his size allows him to eat a
You
lot
just
more
said
punches.
that. Hold on. You just said that Canelo's not supposed to beat him because he's a larger man than him and he's bigger or whatever. That's literally been every single opponent for Canelo since he left 147.
Okay.
Like
So, yeah. Right. You talk
Kalen
every
everyone's been
talking
Kalen
bigger
about
than him.
the
Smith,
Everyone's
Caleb.
been
Billy
bigger
You
and
talking about
taller than him.
you
Saunders.
talking about the Caleb
Everybody's been
Smith.
bigger
You
and
talking
taller
about
than him.
you didn't hear what I said. First off, I said David Benavidez is a light heavyweight, a weight bully. Canelo has not fought no weight bullies, bro, at all. The only light heavyweight fight
Kovalev,
he got was the big fight with
yeah,
Kovalev.
Callum Smith's
okay.
like 6'4". What are you talking about?
Caleb Smith is 6'4" and barely can keep his goddamn balance. Like get the fuck. Not Caleb Smith is when you look
He's a
at him, you
weight
do not
bully.
see anything that you see from David Benavidez. All you're
He's
talking
more
about is
filled
height.
out than David Benavidez at 68. What are you talking about? When they were
Who?
at the same weight class, Callum Smith is more filled out than David Benavidez when they share the same weight class.
Let me tell you something, bro.
What's crazy is
Caleb
Boo Boo
Smith
was
is not
fucking
on David
tagging fucking
Benavidez
David
level.
Benavidez too, but he didn't have the power to put him out. You know what I
Caleb
mean?
Small.
Smith is
It's too
not on
small.
David Benavidez level. I hate to break it to you. Caleb Smith
No, I'm talking
is
about
one
as
of
far
the
as size.
Canelo went on a European bumming him on tour. He fought a bunch of Europeans that he knew he was going to beat. Then he,
How I don't get that European shit because isn't the heavyweight champion of the world that dominated Wilder European? So I don't
yeah,
get it.
and Wilder who had a low skill level, but then the heavyweight champion, the same heavyweight champion that put on the worst crossover performance of all time, that white boy, the one that
What's
lost to
that
him,
about?
the one that lost to him,
Usyk is
And
a
then
European
Usyk was
who's
also
one of the
European.
the
greatest
white boy
heavyweights
that
of all
lost to
time,
MMA
bro.
fight on his
And
debut.
then
That's what
the
you talking about?
cruiserweights
That's the
and
white
the
boy you
light
talking about?
heavyweights are
You would have been
Europeans.
better
What are you
off
talking
bringing
about?
up Usyk, bro.
Hey, hold up.
You brought up the one of the
Hey,
most embarrassing performances.
this Euro Tour bullshit is dumb because at 168, who were the champions? Who were the
Hmm?
champions? At 168, who were the champions?
Right now, the biggest
The
threat at
160.
168
The
is a man
Chicago
like a black man to deal
Bulls.
with. The biggest right now, the biggest champion at 168 is a Mexican the biggest threat at 168 is a Mexican that looked like a black man. Nobody wanted to fight him. The
That
only
looked
one
like a black man. What the
only
fuck?
man that had the balls to fight him was the dude who you said only beat one champion, Demetrius Andre. Everybody else ran.
He got
Now the
whooped.
man had to go up to light heavyweight. So it is
Oh
what
my God, you loved Demetrius Andre so much, and all he wanted was
Look,
payday,
look.
payday. He just wanted payday.
Look, it makes no sense. It makes no sense for Canelo to fight Benavidez on the second fight of his contract. He's gonna get him in September, and then they're gonna
no.
renew
That's a
that
good
contract
point.
for a
That's a good
rematch.
point. I feel you. I was thinking that as well, but I don't think he's going to fight him in September. I don't think he ever going to fight him.
He
I'm not
is.
mad at him for not
He
doing it.
is. He
But
is gonna
let's
fight him.
call
What
a
are you talking
spade a
about?
spade.
Well, he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters too. He said that before, but like still, I think he's gonna. I still think he's gonna fight David.
David Benavidez is not even Mexican. The man is black, clearly black. If
No,
Canelo,
are you kidding me, bro?
look at
Come
David
on.
Benavidez phenotype. He don't look like you. He look
You
more
say
like
he's
my
black.
cousin.
Hey, hold
David
on.
Benavidez look like a Dominican. He doesn't look like you, bro. He
You
don't
No,
know,
look like
what?
you.
He's
He don't look like you.
there's
what's the
Afro
other half?
Mexicans, right? You know there's Afro Mexicans. You know there's Afro Mexicans.
Yeah, we know. I know that, but I'm just
His
saying.
dad is. Hey, hold on.
I'm
His
saying
dad is.
he don't look like.
Hold on.
He don't look like Sanchez. He don't look like Chavez.
No, hold on.
You know what I mean? He look like Enrique. He look
Benavidez.
Dominican. He don't look like y'all.
Ecuadorian. That's what it was.
No.
It's
He don't
Ecuadorian.
look like y'all.
Yeah.
He don't
Benavidez'
fight like
dad.
y'all. He don't run like y'all. He don't run like
Benavidez'
y'all.
dad is
If
from
he was
Guerrero.
Mexican, he probably wouldn't be trying to fight Canelo. He'd be scared. Shit.
Benavidez is from his dad is from Guerrero, where the Mexicans are Afro Mexican in that region specifically.
Hey, Epic Games, I speak on whatever I want to speak on, man. Canelo
Well,
loses to Benavidez.
well, Mexican isn't a race; it's a nationality. There's a lot of different races within Mexico.
I know that. I know that. It was just somebody trying to tell me how to run my channel.
No, I know. Yeah, I feel you.
But look, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. All right, because I'm just joking about the. I really don't care what race Benavidez is. Canelo not going to fight him, and Canelo is still an all-time great fighter. But if he fights Benavidez, he has a chance of getting knocked out and embarrassed. That's
that's fine. But don't say he's a pussy, bro. I think that's just like a level of disrespect. That's not like,
Listen. To me, it's a pussy move because, bro, it's the end of your career. Even if you get knocked out, who cares? Put on the greatest show for the Mexicans. It's your people.
He's never been knocked down. Period, bro. You can't say like he's gonna get knocked out. Like that's crazy.
Do you know how dangerous it is to fight somebody who's naturally larger than you? He barely made it out of the Bivol fight on his feet.
Do I know? I personally know. Yeah, I'm sure Canelo does too,
Canelo's
bro.
been fighting bigger guys his whole career. What are you talking about?
You talking about? Oh my god! I'm not talking about somebody who's taller. I'm talking about someone who's taller and actually bigger. And
Kovalev was taller and bigger, bro.
Bivol was 200 that night. What are you talking about?
The Kovalev fight was a fix. Y'all are blind.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Right. Yeah.
Looks like Ryan might pull out of the fight. If Ryan pull out of this fight, man, he a whole out here.
Can I get your guys' opinions on Zhang versus Parker? What do you guys think about that one?
That's a great fight, and I'm going with Zhang.
I'm going with Zhang too. I'm going with Zhang as well.
You could look at the fight and tell that it was a fixed OT 365. Kovalev, the way that he fell was so like, come on, bro. He could never be in no movie. He a horrible actor. Like, come on, if you gonna fall, at least make it.
The only reason you're saying that is because Canelo knocked him out, and
he did the cha-cha. He did the cha-cha before he fell. Like, come on, bro. Like
the cha-cha, the Harlem Shake. He did the Harlem Shake before he fell.
Brother, man,
I watched that fight. He got knocked the fuck out.
But that's because you a Canelo fan. There's nothing wrong with that though.
You're saying it's fixed because you're a Canelo hater. Then I can just say that.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue with you. Canelo could knock out. Canelo could go to heavyweight. Canelo could go to heavyweight and knock out a heavyweight and be juiced to the gills. You would be like, no, because you gotta understand, Canelo talent. Even though he's 5'8", and he was able to get to 220, his talent will allow him to dominate because he's so special. He's different than any. It's like people that say LeBron James not on steroids. Bro, LeBron James 40 years old, still getting his head near the rim.
The only like 5'7" heavyweight. What's his name? Like Muhammad. What was that guy's name? Shit. What was his name?
Not Muhammad Ali.
Not Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad.
What was his name? It was like fuck. What was his name? Hold on. I got
in boxing or where?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, go do your Googles, man.
Bro, Tank's really a duck. That's crazy.
Man,
listen, hey, KJ, I just want to pop off of a point. You said Frank Martin is the most like athletic. Did you say athletic or dangerous?
He said he's one of the most athletic. I didn't say he was the most. He's one of the most athletic that the lightweight division has to offer.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you said, didn't you say Frank Martin is the best opponent Tank is gonna face? Like he's like the best opponent, correct?
No,
What'd you think?
Shakur and Devin. All I said was Shakur and Devin are those fights are gonna happen later. But
What
right
makes you
now,
think that?
this is oh no. What you're saying is what I said is in his career, Frank Martin this is the hardest. This is the best opponent of his entire career. Yes.
Right. That's
Nobody
what I
else
was trying
has
to say.
faster feet. No one. Everyone else has slow feet. So
In terms of Tank's what's the word? Standards, yeah. While all those other guys are fighting each other. But what makes you think the fights will happen later on? Like, are you trying to say like he's trying to make them get
there
old?
is no way that Tank is gonna end his career without fighting Haney or Shakur. I promise you.
What
What Tank
age?
is doing, is
He's gonna be
part of his
37 doing
business.
that.
Part of it is business, and part of it is just him trying to make sure it's at the right time. Sugar Ray Leonard did it. Sugar Ray Leonard waited until he saw a drop off in Marvin
Hey,
Hagler.
KJ,
Yeah.
I got a question for you. When in history, because I was trying to think the other day, has a fighter, A side, put another, the B side into a rehydration clause and a catch weight? Was it
Yeah.
just Tank or
You
someone
can't.
else?
Canelo did
I
a
can't
rehydration clause.
defend what Tank did against Ryan Garcia.
MVP. I said
Hold up.
rehydration clause
Let me
and
answer.
catch weight. Canelo
Let me
has never
answer.
put both.
Yeah, I know. I cannot defend what Tank did against Ryan Garcia.
You can't.
It was
You guys.
unnecessary. It was unnecessary. I
So
mean,
when
at the
you
end of the
That's
say
day,
what I'm
that's
saying.
on
No,
him.
I'm trying to think because look, Oscar was an A side once upon a time. Floyd was an A side once upon a
I mean,
time.
Oscar did put people
Canelo,
on rehydration clause, but not the rehydration and catch weight. But listen, I
that's what
cannot.
I'm saying. I'm talking about both. I'm talking about both at
I
the same
know.
time.
I already said I cannot defend what he did against Ryan. It was unnecessary.
Especially since he had fought Barrios at 140 previously.
But
That's
I think
crazy to me.
Barrios is what got him so scared about it because that was a close ass fight.
Nah, but that's crazy. How you gonna use two of those shits on a fighter? That's
You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
Though? You know
well,
what's
Tank.
crazier than that? You know what's crazier than that? The fact that Ryan Garcia signed the contract and then start bitching.
Well,
what
Tank's like
what are you talking?
I mean,
5'3",
He's trying to make the
so
fights that people want to see.
if Ryan didn't sign it, there would be no fight. So he was like, "Fuck it."
But no,
Whatever.
I mean, at the end of the day, he got the biggest check of his life. But at the end of the day, if you
So
sign
did
up for the
Tank.
military, you can't start crying when you
Hey,
see.
listen, KJ.
Yeah.
What Tank is doing, whatever you're saying, like his what's the word, plan, fighting people when they're older, that hurts boxing.
Well,
What Ryan is
actually,
doing
think
helps
about it. He's
boxing.
older. Tank
And you're
cannot
saying
wait
he's
that
bitching.
long. He's older than them, so we're only going to be waiting 2 to 3 years max for those fights.
2 to 3 years max.
Tank is about to be 30. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He don't have a 72-inch reach. The
but that's
man
your
got
peak though. 30 is your peak in boxing, give or take.
Yeah, his prime is going to waste. Right now he's like 28. He's
thank
at his
you.
peak
No,
of his
he's
prime right
29.
now.
He's 29.
Oh,
So
that's what I'm
listen,
saying. So he should get he should have been fought Loma when he was like 4 or 5 years
yes.
ago. He
I,
should have
look, I
been
made a
fought
live. I made a live
Tio,
about
all
it,
those
and they
guys.
tried to slow my shit down on YouTube because they didn't like what I was saying. But first they made the video slow and made it skip. Then I re-uploaded it and they made the background black and all
No,
that shit.
and
But
then they say,
I always
they
say
say
this.
that.
Tank Davis would have lost to Loma. I always say this, and I think even now Loma probably could beat him because of the styles. Tank is short too, and he don't throw that many punches. So if Loma don't get knocked out, all of that activity, all of that movement, he probably could beat Loma.
That's wild. I've never heard somebody say that, but I don't disagree with it either.
Yeah, but
So
people be
what?
saying that
So
I'm
what?
biased and this and that and all that. No, it's not that I'm biased. It's just that when I talk about the people that you like, you feel some type of way. I
Hold
like
on, hold
Tank.
on,
I
hold
don't
on, hold
like
on.
the
So
fact that
what
listen,
do you
I'm
mean by
Hold
black.
on, hold on,
bad?
hold on.
I don't like the fact that Loma could beat Tank. I wish Tank could knock Loma out, but when I look with my eyes and I see Loma's style is a stylistic
Why don't
matchup,
you like
a
the cat?
horrible matchup for Tank. It's about
Why don't you
style.
like the
Styles
cat?
make fights.
I think you like fighters who are good on their feet. It seems to me like
No,
you
I
like
study all the fighters that I can. I don't like no one particular style. What I'm saying is this fight is great for Tank for his style because I've seen him dominate fighters with slow feet. Now I want to see if he could do the same thing as a fighter with fast feet. That's all I'm saying.
Wait,
which
so
is that
what is
Frank dude
the
that you're talking about.
Yes, that's why this is going to be a great
Yeah,
fight for me. I want to see
yeah.
if he can cut the ring off against somebody with fast feet. The Mexicans and Hector Garcia, them Afro Hispanics, whatever Hector is, and Ryan, they can't get out of the way of these punches. Somebody like
Mexicans aren't known for their good feet though. You know what I mean? Like they're known for their positioning
that's my
and
point. They
like
can't get out of the way of Tank's punches. I want to see what does Tank do when somebody can actually get out of the way. Does he know how? Does he increase his intensity? Does he cut the ring off better? How does he adjust? That's what we about to see. If he's able to knock out Frank Martin, Devin Haney and Shakur, they're gonna be in fucking trouble because y'all don't know Frank Martin. I watch Frank Martin fights. He's fast as shit. His whole body is fast. So if Tank knock him out, then Devin and Shakur are gonna have their work cut out for them when they meet. That's all
So
I'm saying.
Shakur winning is bad for boxing because he's so fucking boring, bro. He's like the most boring fighter I've ever seen in my life, dude.
If Shakur wins, it's gonna be a rematch. So
It's so
probably bad
boring,
for
dude.
boxing.
like somebody said, who was it? JVA that wanted to see Shakur versus Tank. Like a guy that's coming off a shitty performance, like Shakur does not deserve a fight with Tank. It's just so simple. Like
Listen,
he needs
one
to
bad
fight more.
performance don't mean nothing. But what you need to do is, I mean, what Shakur needs to do is make up for the performance. You're right on that.
Exactly.
Well, Tank, that
Exactly.
was a terrible take.
Like
We can't act
when
like
people
Shakur
say let's see Shakur,
one
they
of the
don't really
best
know
in
what
the
they
world
want
off
because
of one
that
bad
fight will look
performance.
like shit.
But nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to watch Shakur versus Tank.
Like
You
I mean,
crazy?
What are you talking about? That's a good fight.
That's not a big pay-per-view sell, bro. You can't convince me otherwise.
Look, no, I mean
nobody knows
actually
who Shakur is
now
compared to
you're
Tank.
talking about pay per view. Yeah, you right. Boxing fans want to see it, but Shakur he isn't doing enough to increase his name, so it's not.
No
But you know what
chance.
though, people
Who
want to see Haney and Tank.
exactly?
So
I was
yeah.
gonna say nobody wants that.
People will watch that. I think people will watch Haney and Tank.
Oh,
No,
for
they
sure.
will. What the hell? Shit, that's gonna be
No,
a
that's a good
bestseller.
fight.
It's not gonna
That's a
be as
good fight.
big as Ryan Garcia though,
That's a
but
big
it's gonna
fight.
be a bestseller though.
That was the fight of the year last year, right? It was Garcia versus Tank.
That fight is number 6 on the all-time pay-per-view list.
It wasn't what's it,
In the
Boots
age of
versus?
piracy.
What about that guy that Boots fought that he knocked out last? Wasn't that a good fight? Or that was a decent.
Yeah,
Crawford.
it's a good fight,
No,
but
no,
he's
no,
not
no,
a
no, no.
pay-per-view player. He's not moving no units.
The Crawford
That's what you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
Spence fight. Yeah, that was a big one. I feel like
yeah,
that
that
was
was
a big
huge. That was huge. They
pay-per-view.
made buku money. They both went home with like 30 mil, bro. And that's not
Yeah, and it
counting.
was
Never fought
crazy like
about
how Spence got so outclassed in that fight. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was historic, man.
You should have
Nobody
known
expected
that was
Yo,
gonna
so
happen
so
though.
Nah,
so you're telling me
I had
Hey,
Crawford.
hold up. My man Levi,
uh,
man. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, KJ?
Chilling, man. What you want to add to the
Okay, how you
conversation?
doing, KJ?
I know you've been in the chat. Go ahead and add whatever you want to add to the conversation, man.
Well, I just heard someone say that the Shakur Tank is not a big fight. Does
I knew that's
Tank
what you were
really
though.
do big fights? Outside of Ryan is the biggest pay-per-view he's ever sold. Everything else he's done has just been average, not extraordinary.
Exactly.
I heard this on a
200,000 with the one fighter.
podcast the other day. Yeah, I heard some
Wait, what
old
is that,
fighters
KJ?
bring this up on a boxing podcast the other day. Is Tank a pay-per-view guy or just someone who fights on pay-per-view?
Damn.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
All
he
right,
doesn't fight.
Cootie,
He
I ain't
doesn't
gonna
fight
lie,
big
bro.
enough names to be actual.
You liking that make me not want to like that shit, boy. You
Yeah,
be
right. Oh, yeah, like we got a big with that like Steven what's his name? Like I'm like Skip to your
Stephen A.
what's
Hey,
Smith.
Smith.
yeah, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, you
Yeah, you see his numbers for the
you
pay
mean
per view,
Shannon
like
Sharp?
200.
Hey, that's exactly what I was saying. That you guys are saying that Shakur and Tank aren't a big fight, so you rather see Shakur with another nobody or another prospect.
I don't want to see Shakur at all, bro. Shakur bores the shit out of me.
I mean,
don't
I mean,
want to see
Tank.
him,
I mean,
Shakur's a
listen,
good fighter. How is him
whoever's
winning
saying
bad
that,
for boxing?
Cause he's boring. He's fucking boring, bro. He doesn't like his defense is beautiful, but it's fucking boring to watch, dude. That's
like
why.
like what Foodie's
Hey,
saying,
All right,
like
I'll
you're
agree
probably
with
gonna
you
see
on
it
that, but him
casually,
winning
but
is not bad.
it is true. He is boring.
Couldn't even be any worse than Badu Jack.
if they get rid, if they don't allow that much
Y'all
punching in
disrespectful,
boxing and they
boy.
start taking away points, then Shakur's style would not work.
Like people said Floyd Mayweather was boring and to a degree, like I do
No, Floyd
like
was never boring. They
understand
was
that.
being racist and they
Floyd
was
was
taking a lot of
boring.
money.
Floyd
Yeah,
was
Like
but
boring.
Floyd was
Floyd had
never
to change
boring.
up his style because he kept breaking
At
his
no
hands.
point in Floyd's career
Floyd
was
was
he boring.
boring. Floyd was boring.
You
He
crazy.
wasn't. I don't agree.
Hold on,
Listen.
hold on,
Floyd was so
hold on.
boring. Floyd was so boring that he has all the pay-per-view records. That's how boring he was.
Yeah, because people want to.
The
we're
Floyd
not
fight was the
saying
Carlos
that.
Baldomir fight. That
No,
was the only boring Floyd fight.
he
It was the Carlos
dominated.
Baldomir
No,
fight.
that fight
Hold
wasn't
on,
boring.
hold on.
During that fight, he was talking about the Patriots game in the middle of like, bro, that fight was exciting.
Floyd.
Nobody does that. Come on, man.
All right, so look, you're telling me a Pacquiao that's super action packed that comes to fight. When he fought Floyd, it was boring. Why was that?
That wasn't the best
Hold on, hold on.
Pacquiao, and that
They
wasn't the
were
best
past their
Floyd.
Floyd is
prime. They
boring.
were
That's a
past
great
their
point.
prime, both of them
No,
on
no,
that
no,
one.
That's a
no, no,
great
no,
point.
no. You can't
It
say
don't.
that. You can't
It
say
don't
that.
matter. If it was Pat. That's a great point. Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. When Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao, before the fight, people were saying if Pacquiao
Oh,
beat
you're
Floyd,
right.
Floyd's whole career was a sham. So Floyd fought the safest, most boring fight period because everybody's such a
That's the way he
hater.
did it. That's the way he
No,
always did.
no, the hell no. Floyd didn't fight
Neither man.
Shane Mosley. The reason why Floyd
Look,
almost got knocked out against Shane Mosley because he didn't fight a safe fight. He fought a toe-to-toe fight. He couldn't do that against Pacquiao. Number one, Pacquiao hit hard as hell. Number two, if he lost, y'all was gonna say his whole career was fake. So because y'all
nah.
haters and some of y'all, not you, I don't know you, but since there's a lot of racists out there, a lot of haters out there, Floyd said, "Fuck that. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get a dub and be remembered as a winner." And that's life. If people were better, if people were more fair, he could have fought a more dangerous fight. He might have lost. But for y'all to say his whole career was fake and y'all to act like he was the one ducking Manny, no, he didn't take no risks. He went out there and got a dub. So now
That shit was complicated. There was a lot of things about the Manny Pacquiao. There's a lot of factors with that whole thing, bro.
yeah,
Nah,
Like
Floyd.
the drug testing and all that shit. Like it was
Manny
complicated.
shouldn't even be allowed to. Anybody who was on drugs, bro, they shouldn't be allowed to compete in sport.
Hey,
Manny,
respect for
Floyd,
him being Thurman though. That was some fucking G shit, bro. Like a
yeah,
40-year-old doing
Oh yeah.
that
that was
shit.
gangster. That was gangster.
Like
I
that
ain't
shit
gonna
was
lie, 40
crazy,
years
bro.
old.
Yeah.
But Thurman was
Her
at the
too at
casino playing
40.
around like he wasn't
No,
about to get
massive props to him for being Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman was at a casino playing around like he wasn't about to get in the ring with a legend, so he got what he deserved.
No, I think
Speaking
he
of
took it
Thurman,
serious. I think Manny Pacquiao was just a better boxer,
Bro,
bro. I think
Thurman was
that's what
at the
happened, bro.
casino. They have footage of this man at the casino before the
That
fight.
doesn't mean anything, bro. That doesn't mean anything.
Okay, you must don't box, bro.
y'all.
The fuck?
Speaking of Thurman, how do y'all?
Do I
Speaking of
box?
Thurman,
No, I
how do y'all
haven't.
see
No,
this
not really,
Tim Tszyu
but
fight
I
going?
don't.
Bro, listen, you do not go to no casino. You're not in the casinos nights before the fight or even a night before the fight. You're practicing, you're focused, you zoning in. It's fighter Ali, Marvin Hagler, they used to Marciano, they used to completely seclude themselves. It's boxers that completely seclude themselves. Nobody is trying to go out. Floyd, the only reason Floyd was going out to the club and all that shit was to sell to the fans. But while he was doing that, he was training still 8 to 10 hours a day. But to be going to the damn casino and you about to fight Manny Pacquiao? Get the fuck up. Come on, bro. He got what he deserved.
Would.
Benny Manny if he wasn't in the
What's
casino like that?
Yeah, I must have said desolate. I meant isolate. Thanks, Epic Games.
Someone said that Manny was eating at a Chinese buffet before the fight. That's probably after the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Hey, you should eat and hydrate yourself.
But even Manny from the Philippines, why he eat at the Philippines? Why he eat? Never mind. I just did that.
Hilarious. Every time you see Oscar De La Hoya and he's coked out of his fucking gills, like and then Ryan Garcia the other day, he did that interview. That motherfucker was geeked out of his fucking gourd.
Yeah,
That shit.
Oscar be on one nowadays, but
Was
during
good.
his career, during his
Actually-
boxing career, Oscar was a killer, and he didn't like no smoke.
Yeah, you can't disrespect Oscar's career.
No, bro. People sleep on Oscar.
Listen. Oscar was allowed to act like he was a killer because he was so popular. So even if after he lost, kind of like Ryan Garcia, after he lost, it didn't change his career trajectory.
But he fought,
still would
he
get
fought
pay-per-view
everybody.
fights.
He fought
Most
everybody.
fighters-
He was
listen,
fighting like
listen.
5 times, 6 times a year.
Hold up. Most fighters who lose, they don't get the opportunity to keep on fighting in big pay-per-view fights. Oscar lost most of his big fights, but because he had people backing him, and because they consider him to be a pretty boy and all that stuff, he has a Mexican fan base, and he kind of started to cross over globally. He was able to lose and bounce back and still be a pay-per-view seller.
Nah,
That's why
I don't
One of
agree
the
with
most-
that.
everybody.
No.
Oscar's one of the
No.
most underrated boxers of all time, bro. Olympic gold medalist, 4 fucking championships in different like weight classes, bro. Like
No,
he's
great. He was great, but
he's something else, bro. He was something else, man.
he
And
was
then,
great.
like people make fun of him because he was cross-chested and shit. Like that shit was kind of funny.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Other than that, you know.
Yeah.
But
You said he
That
was
picture
able,
was embarrassing as heck.
you said he was able
Yeah.
to lose and come back, but the thing is that the way he lost the big fights was because that was the reason why he was able to come back. That fight that he had with
The way
what's
he
that?
lost to Bernard Hopkins. Come on, like that's
That was
not
that
that's
fight.
not
But
a
what about
proud
that? Was a fight at his sixth weight class. Like, come on. But I'm talking
The
about
way
what's that
he
other dude's name? That Puerto Rican killer. I
What
forgot
about
his name.
the way he lost to Manny? What about the way he lost to Manny Pacquiao?
At
He
the end
beat
of his
he beat
career when he was done.
Chavez though. He beat
I'm saying that
Chavez.
He was washed.
we already got two of
Yeah,
them.
true,
He
true.
he
And
lost to
fucking
Floyd.
Fernando
He
Vargas.
lost to Floyd. He
Oh,
lost
Fernando
most of his good
Vargas?
fights.
He wasn't Puerto
Nah, a
Rican.
lot of
He's
people thought he
Mexican.
beat Floyd though. If you look at the
Okay,
fight.
yeah, I
Wait,
know.
Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah.
I know.
No. I disagree
It
with
was
that
close,
one.
but I gave
That
it to
was like
Floyd.
a hard fight.
So what
Look,
do
Was
you
look.
mean?
that?
A lot of people. A lot of people
Lost
thought he
to
won.
Tito. So he lost to Bernard
No, but
Hopkins.
look, but
He lost
a
to
lot of people
Manny.
thought he
He
beat Tito
lost to
too.
Tito. He lost to Floyd. Yeah, all right.
I think
How
I
big of a star would Ricardo Mayorga have been
Yo,
if he could speak English?
The Oscar
He was
fight
a
was like
star. He was a star, even though he couldn't speak
7-5.
English. He was already a star.
He was smoking
well,
cigarettes, bro. That dude was a G. I love fucking
I'm
Yo,
saying
Mayorga,
he was
that's
bro.
Oscar,
one.
And
I
Oscar,
want to
Billie
do. I
Jean.
want to do a poll on Oscar real
beat the
quick.
shit out of
Poll on
Whitaker.
Oscar. Have y'all seen a lot of the recent pictures and videos of Oscar and his abs?
Man, what
No,
you
That's
doing?
surgery.
no.
That's
What you
Are they
surgery.
doing?
real?
No, that's surgery. He said it was
Is
surgery.
Floyd Mayweather's hairline real?
You're
That's a good comeback.
Is his beard real?
The beard, now the beard gotta be real, bro.
No,
no.
bro. I
He
think
got it
there's a
done at the same
surgery
time.
for that shit.
Yeah, he got it done at the
Fuck
same
they get
time.
the hair from.
Damn, Floyd got a fake beard.
He got a fake beard.
In you could laser that shit in.
Hey
Yeah.
man, it is what it is, man. Oscar was wearing fishnets. I can accept Floyd having a fake beard and a fake hairline.
He's been bald though. That's why he literally is like Dr. Phil on his fucking head. I mean, that's why he's been shaving that shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day,
That's
though,
fucked up though, cause
at the
look,
end of the day,
Oscar got.
my champion ain't put on no fishnets though. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
Hold
but
up,
your
I'm cool
champion
with
can't
fake
read
hairline.
though. That's the
hey,
thing.
hold up
That's
though.
the one thing, bro.
Hey,
They
you
said
know what's
Bro,
foul?
They said Oscar was putting spoons up his ass. Like, bro,
Hey,
y'all
hey,
look
you know
looking
what's
bad.
foul
Y'all
though?
looking bad, yo.
What's foul is that
Oscar had Mexico
Oscar
looking
got
bad.
Oscar got canceled for wearing a fishnet, but Floyd got the
No, he didn't
pass
get
after.
canceled.
No, he
Oscar,
didn't get canceled. People love that
he
shit.
like that.
They just like
Hell
laughed at
nah,
his ass.
nobody
In
loved that
today's
shit.
in
Nobody
today's
loved
That was
that.
climate,
hilarious, bro.
Nobody loved that
if
shit.
Oscar would have come out and be himself, he'd get more money and stuff. It's people he got
Are you
support.
saying he's gay? Are you saying Oscar De La
No,
Hoya is
hold
gay?
on, man. Look, we on TikTok live, man. We don't want to use them type of pronouns and stuff. We don't want to do all that, man.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
saying
my
that if
bad.
Oscar was to be more himself and bring it out, and go in the closet and show who he is, he would get more money and more support.
You know what's funny? I bet there's a bunch of
he was
boxers who are
drunk
like
when
that
he
and they
took
don't
that
want
picture.
to. Like Ryan Garcia's on the fence. You know what I mean? Like he's already
Like announcing the birth of your child and divorcing your wife in the same hour.
Yeah, that's suspect.
Ryan.
Oh, you said Ryan birthed a child and divorced his wife.
In the same hour.
He probably needs to take her on Jerry Springer. He probably thinks that's not his kid. So he divorced
I
her.
think Jerry Springer's dead, bro. I don't. I
Or
think.
what's that other show that
Maury.
does the same thing?
Maury.
Yeah, Maury. My bad.
This man Ryan disappointed me. Why did Ryan disappoint you, 100 band judge?
Let's talk about boxing, man. We're not talking about Floyd Beard and Oscars.
Yeah, that's
Bro, I've been talking about boxing for like an hour.
Oh
and a
wait,
half,
are
bro.
they talking about Pacquiao fighting Crawford or some shit like that? You guys heard of that?
I hope
Debated,
Pacquiao
bro.
not doing
You
it. Pacquiao
off
not-
the rock.
That's
Pacquiao
crazy.
wanna go
Pacquiao's
to
gonna get
the-
his fucking head beat in, bro. Like
They
he's
wouldn't, they
crazy.
wouldn't, they
Let's not
wouldn't,
talk
they
about
wouldn't
that.
show that murder on television like that.
Yeah,
Bro.
if Pacquiao fight Bud, he going to an early. Like that's gonna take
That's-
years off of his life.
The pride before the fall, right? Like damn.
Yeah,
He's gonna be unrecognizable.
Hey, hold
I was
on.
going to the nursery home.
I wouldn't even laugh at
Is
that. I
Bud-
was like, Manny.
That's like if
what are you doing with your
that's
money?
like if Canelo fought Better Beef or
I
some
don't
shit.
think
Bro.
Bud
It's
would
like,
take that fight. Bud wouldn't take that fight unless the money there.
oh, bro, he's got money. He's got more than enough money, bro. He don't need that
If
shit.
people see Manny Pacquiao on a flyer, they're coming. They paying for that shit. They don't care if Manny 80. It was like
They
Ali.
want him to die, bro. They're paying to see him die in the ring, bro. Get out of here.
Ali was 39 years old, still trying to fight. Everybody knew he couldn't fight. But
Boxing don't make fights like that right now, though.
Once you become a
No,
legend,
but Ali had signs of Parkinson's when he was in the ring, bro. Like you ever see those late? Like, it's sad, bro. When you watch that shit,
but
like,
he was addicted to it. Number one, number two, he was bad with his money. Just like I think Manny Pacquiao bad with his money. Why you keep trying to come
Definitely
back?
is. That's why he trying to come back.
KJ, every time
Manny Pacquiao bad with his
Boxing
money.
and he needed the money.
I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck it.
Hey, bro, when
I
you
think-
fight, KJ?
Huh?
When your next fight is?
I've been waiting on. I'm waiting for them to call me for this Golden Glove, bro. I was supposed to be fighting this Saturday. They ain't called me yet. I was supposed to fight.
what weight class do you fight in, KJ?
154. Well, it's 156 this year. They be changing it.
How tall you is?
5'10", bro.
Oh yeah,
If you
you
want to
need,
go
That's a
out
tough
there
you need to
fight,
cut
division,
some
bro.
weight, my boy. You need to cut some weight.
who?
Nah,
Yeah, could you cut any more weight, KJ? Or you think like
I mean,
I'm
you
not
that's
in the
fighting
amateurs
at
though, bro.
140
You in the
now.
amateurs. It really
I'm
don't
fighting at
matter.
154 when I go pro. Then I'm gonna fight at 160.
Wait, how
And
old
if
are
I
you?
Yeah.
really like that, when I'm like 33, I'm gonna do one fight at 165 and
you're
call
gonna
it
fight
a fight.
Canelo for his last fight or whatever, like
Bro,
$160.
Canelo only got 2 more fights left. He gonna retire.
If Canelo called you tomorrow, he's like, hey, let's make it happen. Would you take it?
Yes.
Have you fought lately?
Even though you would get your fucking head bashed in, like you don't care.
Listen. It's a difference between like y'all be talking like it's a difference between y'all talking about boxing. I
Right.
actually train, so I ran 8 miles today. I ran 8 miles a day before that. All I'm going to do is use my
Yo,
legs
there's
and
no
go
way
out
you
there.
think you get it.
I train
No,
too
There's
though.
no way you think you can
who?
get in there with Canelo.
Yeah, but you really think you could beat Canelo though?
Hey, KJ,
I
someone
think
in the
Hey,
chat say
KJ,
you think you're Tommy Hearns.
respectfully,
Listen. Like I said, it's a difference between a person
No,
who
let
don't
I
train
respect
and
I
look at a
respect that.
fight and a
I see,
person who
yeah,
do
yeah,
train.
him talk. Let him
If I
talk.
if I get If I get in the ring with anybody, I'm coming to win. I'm not coming to bow down to Canelo. You don't box, you don't train. So you see boxers do shit that you've never done. I've done a pull counter before. It's on video. I've done a jab. I've moved around. I've done this. I've done that.
yo, respectfully, somebody like Yildirim will knock you out in the first round.
Nah, that's
I'm fight.
crazy.
I
Nah.
fight
No,
at
to
150.
me,
Look,
yeah, but not
I
KJ.
fight
To
at
me, yeah.
154. Right? So if Canelo come to 154, I win. He'd be dead. He can't fight. He can't make
Why
154.
y'all feel like that though? Why y'all feel like that?
Also, I've never
Feel
failed
like
no
what?
drug test in my life. So that's the thing. The people that you look at as like some great boxer, I look at as a cheat. Shouldn't even be in the fucking sport. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Enhancements. You saying
I put
okay,
in
but
real work.
he's
I
working
put
the
in real
natural
work.
way.
I don't
I
take no
really
drugs.
think everybody cheats, bro. There's just some of
Yeah.
them haven't got
See
caught. Is
You
what I
can't say
think.
that.
Hold
You
on, hold
can't
on.
say that to the fighters
You
who
tell
don't cheat
yourself that.
and
You tell
they
yourself
get
that
up
so
every
you can
morning and
feel
run
better
8
about your
miles because
champions.
they dedicated to the sport.
Exactly. You tell yourself that so you can feel better about your champions.
No, no, not at all, bro. Not at all,
Canelo
bro.
wouldn't even
Not
be
at
where he
all.
is.
Hold
Not
on,
Certain
at
hold on,
all.
hold
person,
on,
people
hold
that
on,
you respect, I don't
hold on,
respect.
hold
Foodie,
on, hold on.
who's the best fighter in the world today?
Bud.
What?
Michael
That Japanese dude. What's his name?
Anyway,
Wait,
Anyway,
In a
KJ, do you
way,
think
in a
come on,
way.
KJ, do you
anyway,
think
do
Anyway
drugs,
is
come
bro.
on,
on
bro.
something?
Anyway, good, but he's not better than Bud Crawford.
KJ, do you think Anyway is on something? Like, is he natural or no? You don't think?
I
You
think
think
he
Bud Crawford's the
Anyway,
best fighter in the world right now?
Look, I can't say that anyway on
yes.
something. He might be because we don't typically see Asians coming like that, but he might not be. He might be special. And
If
let's talk
not in a
about
way, then Usyk, I guess. Usyk is probably the best fighter in the world.
hey, but
Usyk.
No.
what
Bro,
makes you
you
think
slow, bro.
Pacquiao?
The
He just got
motherfucker,
dropped with a body
the
shot, bro.
motherfucker that lost to Daniel Dubois and they gave him a gift decision and
He just got
allowed him
dropped
to
by a
get 3
body
minutes
shot,
to
bro.
fight.
The champion of the world who's
When you
about to
ever
go
seen
fucking
Terrence Crawford
undisputed,
really?
who's gonna go
Booker
undisputed when he
Gang,
fights
Booker Gang,
Fury?
Hold on,
Come
Booker
on,
hold
Gang.
on.
Look,
man.
look, look.
KJ, can I say something on Usyk?
You say how the NG with no feats talking about feats. Boxing is entertainment. It's people that out here walking around with a belt. They fought a bunch of cans. It's people that can fight their ass off. They never gonna get a chance to be on the pay-per-view. You just on the
Flat-footed
sidelines.
Mexicans.
You in the sidelines. The people that come up here and talk, they in the sidelines. I'm in the field. So if anybody gonna say
Facts.
anything, it's gonna be me at the end of the day. And if
Hey,
you got a
hey,
problem,
KJ,
you come to my gym and get fucked up on camera.
respect,
And
respect, because every man who goes in there, like you could die out there. So respect to you for like putting your body out there. Hey, nothing but love on my end, brother. And like
Hey,
I'm
how
just
No,
joking
you
So
around
good,
with
bro.
you and
I got a
shit. Like
question though.
Y'all
What
don't
kind
have
of
to. Y'all
man
don't
you
have
think
to
he
listen.
is?
Listen,
With
listen.
like,
Y'all don't have to acquiesce to me just because I box. I was just telling him don't come here talking shit unless he want to get in the ring. Just like
yeah,
I
you
do
can't
anybody else.
say another man gonna beat another man and expect the other man to just
KJ,
lay down and say that. Yeah, you gonna beat me.
No, no,
Hell
no.
no.
They have
yeah, true,
it's
fair enough,
different.
Hell
fair enough,
no.
fair
Y'all
enough.
got KJ
People
fucked.
that
My
don't
You're
bad.
fight,
right. You're right.
people that don't fight, they looking at it from a fan perspective. I
Y'all
understand why
think
Nah,
they say
but
that.
there's levels. There's levels. You can't just say that. You can't
Yeah,
just say
it's
that.
levels. It's levels. It's
No,
it's
competitive.
but
It's
amateurs
levels.
right now that can beat pros, bro. I'm telling you right now.
But you
Yeah,
must follow
but look,
boxing. You
but
must
look,
follow
but look,
boxing.
but look,
But it is
look.
levels though. It's clenbuterol. It's levels. It's
Look,
clenbuterol. It's levels. I
you
agree with
can't.
you.
That
no,
could.
but
Hey, hold on.
what
Hold on.
KJ's
Let
saying,
me
if
get
you
on
don't
that one.
believe that you're the
Hold on.
best, that you
Hold
shouldn't
on.
even
Hold
get
on.
in the ring to begin with. I understand what KJ's saying. He's saying like
What
when
I'm
I
Yeah.
get
saying is
in there,
this.
I
What
need
I'm
to
saying is
believe
this.
that I'm the
Don't
best. I
compare.
understand
Don't.
that.
If you want to compare
Yeah.
me to any boxer, don't compare me to no boxer that ever failed no drug test. If this was a real, an actual world, a world based off of morals and laws and shit, he would be banned from boxing. Him, Roy Jones, Pacquiao, they wouldn't even be. These are people that y'all love. These motherfuckers are cheaters.
Yeah, but that Clint Butero shit is bullshit because everybody.
Don't compare a man that run 8 miles a day and do the shit right to a
Get it
cheater.
out the mud.
Bro, hold on. But boxing is the most corrupt sport in the world by far. Not even close.
Cheaters, bro.
Not even close, bro.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me tell you why that Clint Butero shit is bullshit. Because when the NFL, even when the NFL players have games in Mexico, they pop dirty for that same drug. So it's actual.
When they looked up the percentages, it wasn't the percentage that you would have from me.
Yes, it was. That's why he got excused.
He cheated. Listen, it's okay. He a cheater.
By the way, KJ, I love that you said acquiesce. I love that word that you used. That was a good word.
Nina, I'm not a backyard fighter. I fight amateur. I'm going pro next year. There's professionals that I've seen.
Why do you own that?
I hate to break it. And the difference between you and your favorite fighter, I don't cheat. I don't take no drugs.
There's levels.
Not yet, huh? Not yet.
Y'all failed drug tests. At the end of the day,
why you?
The motherfuckers y'all love failed drug tests. Don't ever compare me to no cheater.
Y'all favorite fighters is juicing. Y'all can't accept that fact. They can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, don't ever compare me. If any man ever cheat, don't compare me to him. I go run 8 miles.
So then you say everybody cheats. Then your favorite fighter cheats too. So it's a big deal.
No, I'm talking about the people that you love. They're cheaters. Why you think Floyd and Pacquiao couldn't fight in their 20s? Floyd said, "I'm not about to fight nobody that came up from."
So then Floyd's a cheater. So you said Floyd's a cheater.
Okay, cool.
I don't think you can comprehend what he's saying, bro.
Hey, KJ, two things. One, you know something about being in the ring, so you're one of those guys who can definitely give us the Roger Mayweather quote about us not knowing about boxing.
No, I don't do that. Y'all, just because you don't box don't mean you don't have an eye for the sport. Everybody that can see something not able to do it.
It's facts. It's coaches that's never boxed ever.
Bomac wasn't a good boxer. Bomac is a great coach. And I'm not going to say he wasn't a good boxer, but he wasn't a champion. But he helped mold Terrence Crawford into a champion. Most people, they see the world in black and white. I see nuance. There are people who can box and who also could talk about the sport. There's people who can't box and who can talk about the sport. There's people who can't box and who can't talk about the sport. I mean, it's nuance. You got to judge everything on an individual basis.
Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth, right? That's what Tyson said.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Foodie. Which is, bro,
no. Foodie,
the ultimate troll.
Bro. Because
he just talk. He don't even think.
Yeah, you know I do. But I'm saying, like, everybody who watches boxing, like, oh, you get hyped up, like, oh, I could jump in there.
Nah, bro, you just listening and just talking without thinking about anything that's going on.
Yo, Foodie, go hard.
No. I hear what KJ's saying, bro. Like, look, I fought motherfuckers. I beat motherfuckers up. But like, if you put me in a ring,
bro, we're not talking about drunk bar fights.
Put me in a ring with Jake Paul, because I want to get paid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck if I get knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
On PS.
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The reason why I box, number one, I love training, I love fighting, but number two, I love studying the sport. Being inside of the ring, it gives me a different perspective. So I'm gonna be boxing until I can't box. So when I talk about it, I'm gonna have the most that I could give to the sport. Like I like it. You know what I mean?
I'm glazing. What does glazing mean?
All right, let's talk about Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin will be Tank's best fight, stylistically.
That's what KJ was saying earlier.
He's not a flat-footed Mexican.
Yeah, I said
that. Man, but he has no skills.
Yo, apple pie.
He has no skills? Hey, bro, do your homework on Frank Martin, boy.
Anybody want to see me fight?
Frank Martin,
do your homework on Frank Martin if you think he ain't got no skills.
I'm going to be pro next year.
He a black dude with no power.
The thing is this.
That's not true.
A lot of fighters, they don't want to put
Shakur?
I market myself directly every day when I go live. The reason fighters don't want to put themselves in position, even in the amateurs, because they don't want to go to fights and people know who they are. Because they be afraid of that. Even if they real talented. I'm not afraid of that. I don't give a fuck. So if you come to my fight, you're going to know who I am because you seen me on TikTok. Or you heard me on YouTube. Most fighters, they really don't want people to know who they are unless they feel like they comfortable. Like, oh yeah, I'm one of the best. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, let me know when your fight is. I'm gonna be like dressed to the nines up in that bitch. Know what I mean? Like fucking sitting in the fucking audience and shit. Hey, let me know, bro.
Stop being a cheerleader, bro. Why you want to cheerlead for?
I need my
I'm with the pom poms and everything. Hey, KJ, woo!
Hey, don't say nothing to me for the fight because I need my IQ to be sharp, and you be dropping my IQ sometime when you be saying shit.
Nah, bro. The best fighters had the lowest IQ, bro.
Don't say nothing. I don't have sparring sessions posted. I have actual fights posted, bro. It's called
Do you believe KJ? Do you think boxing is like a chess match? Like, do you
Of
like
course,
that
of
analogy?
course.
100%. Do your homework
Wait.
on Frank Martin though. Y'all crazy for saying he ain't got no skill, man. Y'all crazy. Do
No, he
your
got
homework.
people, bro. You came in late, man. I didn't broke this down. That's why I'm not talking about boxing no more. Right now, I'm just having fun. To be honest with you, I'm about to get off in about 5 minutes.
Hey,
I've been up here for a long
hey,
time.
hey,
Hey man,
KJ.
I feel you,
Yo,
bro. I feel you when people say you know what I'm saying, like if you put the dedication in, you run 8 miles and then all that gets discredited because they saying you do
it's
it.
not about credit, bro. When you get in the ring, you prove to yourself. Like I didn't fought people. I started boxing at 22. I didn't fought people who've been boxing their whole life and beat them, and I got it on camera. On camera, you could go and watch me fight motherfuckers who got 60 and something fights. I don't even got 10 amateur fights. You know what I mean? But I done fought people with 50 and 60 fights
So
in
is
the
it
ring.
hard to get amateur fights, bro? Where you at?
No, you just get a coach. You sign up with USA Boxing. You get a coach. You train. You work hard. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
start late though, and you don't have nobody promoting you, you may never get a real opportunity to be no champion. But if you good, it's going to show. No matter who you fight, it's going to show because it's on camera.
How old were you when you started?
22.
22.
I told
Man,
you.
y'all boys don't
As an
listen, bro.
amateur.
Y'all just be
How old are
silly.
you now?
That's how
I'm
Wilder
25.
was. I think the Wilder was like
You
21
say
or
35?
22.
I'm 25, bro. You know damn well I ain't
Hey,
been.
35. That's over the
No,
hill
no,
in
no,
boxing,
no, no.
bro.
I didn't hear that. My bad, my bad. I
My
heard
bad, my
Definitely
35.
bad,
not.
my bad.
Been
Cause
beat it.
I
Been
thought you
beat
trying
it.
to be funny, but you
19
wasn't there.
is 19 late to start amateur?
No.
Listen, people
It's
who
never
ask me
too
if
late
it's
to
too late to
start,
start,
bro. It's never
don't
too
ask
late.
me because anything I ever want to do in my life, I went to go do it. So don't ask me if it's too late. And if I want to do
Why
It's
would
something
I
never
later
ask
too
on,
you?
late,
Lack
bro.
of
if I
It's
was
never
experience,
too
30,
man.
late.
if I was 30 when I got interested in boxing, I would have put all my all into it and go into boxing at 30. I'm not a type of person where you can put age or nothing. Whatever I feel like doing, I go do it. If you don't do that,
Wait,
if you don't do
KJ.
stuff like that, that's on you.
KJ.
Yeah.
When you go pro, what promotional company you thinking about starting with?
KJITV Promotions, baby. I'm on YouTube. I'm
Huh.
on TikTok. Fuck what you heard. Right
Hey,
now as an
self
amateur,
promotion.
I got more followers than most pros. And TikTok be slowing my shit down. I got 31,000 followers naturally. Most pros don't have 31,000 people checking it in. You gotta understand. It's like 1,500 people per some of these weight classes. Y'all don't know who the hell them people is. They could be great fighters too, but you don't know who the fuck they is. I've been marketing myself. But like I said, I don't feel bad for them because a lot of these dudes, they scared to have people know who they are. Every fight I go to is gonna be somebody that know who I am. People don't want to deal with that pressure. I'm built different, whether people like it or not.
Can,
KJ, what's your
can you
record?
market?
What's your record,
0 and
KJ?
50. I always say I'm 0 and 50. When I got into the amateur, they was trying to rob me. Like
Yes,
my
sir.
first fight, they robbed me. My second fight, they matched me up. It's my first Golden Glove. They matched me up with a man who was 165 pounds. I was a 152. So I ain't win that fucking fight. Then now they looking at me like, oh, he bad. I go on and start beating people. They still robbing me. So I say, all right, cool. Since
Yeah,
y'all want to play,
you gonna get robbed in the amateurs. It's
no,
like if
it's
you
cool. It's cool though. But guess what? Since they want to play with me, I play with them back. I market myself. I always say I'm on 50. I'm the anti-Floyd Mayweather.
Why would you say
K-
they robbed you? What was
Huh?
that's
the reasoning
I
behind
know if they playing games, I'm playing bigger games. Fuck what you heard.
Huh.
what I'm
I have,
saying,
I have,
man.
I have, I
Hold
have
You
a
up,
ain't
question,
KJ.
you ain't
You
really
KJ.
say you ain't
stopping
never won a
nobody in
fight?
amateurs with them big ass gloves.
No.
It's
I won fights in the amateurs. I'll just say I'm on 50 because it's a marketing ploy. I play
right,
games right along with people. I
right.
Nobody
don't.
wants to watch someone who's only
If a
50, bro.
motherfucker
Huh.
when I figured out how boxing was and that motherfuckers was cheating and motherfuckers got juiced up records and all that, y'all playing games, I'm playing games right with you. Fuck that. What the hell I look like?
Nah, you can't. You can't. I don't think you should do that. Telling people you over 50.
Hey, bro, you can't
Oh
Listen,
my.
tell
listen.
another
You
man what
telling me
he's.
what you don't
It's
think,
a
but you
bad
ain't
marketing
listen.
ploy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
built my little following, and I work on my shit every day. You an outsider looking
You
in.
should
I'm the
say.
one that
You should say
producing it.
you're 50 and no
I'm the
50
producer.
knockouts.
I'm the director.
On
I'm the
50,
actor. I'm
still
doing
running 8 miles
push-ups.
every day,
So you
dedicated
just
to the
giving
game.
you just giving me a suggestion, but you ain't
You
done shit. You know what I mean? I'm giving you a platform. I'm
Yeah.
giving you a platform.
Yes, sir.
Hey, KJ.
Yeah.
Do you think you could promote yourself better than Top Rank promotes a lot of their fighters? Because there are a lot of
Hell no.
top level
That's
fighters over there,
bro.
Listen,
and
You
they don't
gotta
get
be.
enough
this is
attention.
That's a
different
So I
stupid
think you
between
should promote
question,
them more.
bro. That's a
this
straight up
is
stupid question.
this is
Like, come
different
Top
on.
between
rank
me
is a
and these other
motherfucker at
fighters.
doing that.
Number one, I look good. Like I got a beard, you know what I mean? I got good bone structure. My skin shine in the sun.
You
I'm fresh.
handsome, bro. You
Number
handsome.
two, I talk to my shit. Number three, I work hard as hell. These other fighters, and I'm not scared. These other fighters, they don't want to market. They don't want to market themselves, no matter how good they are, because they don't want people watching them. They don't want to admit it, but they don't want people to really know who they are. They be acting like, why I'm not a star, motherfucker. You scared to market your fight. You scared to go up in somebody's face and say, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. They're not going to do it because they like, damn, what if I lose? I don't care. I know. I believe in myself. So that's why I can
Can
work
I
with
ask
myself.
what state you're in?
Huh?
Can I ask what state you're in?
You don't hear
Maryland,
that
bro.
accent? Where that Baltimore living, boy?
Oh, Maryland, huh? That's cool. I heard those are tough streets over there,
Those are
Baltimore.
tank
Man,
streets
get
too.
to yo,
Foodie,
Foodie.
what's up,
I
bro?
ain't
That's
gonna.
kind of strange.
I'm from Chicago, bro. Take it easy. I'm from the murder capital, all
They
Bro,
told
right?
me,
So
they
Oh,
told me
I
you
don't,
got
I
damn.
don't
your
give a fuck
knees
where you
broken at
from,
a
yo. I
bar
don't
fight.
care about where people from.
Tank.
That's
I
people
mean,
try to
tank.
hide behind
no,
that.
that matters, bro. Where you from
Tank.
matters.
People
Tank.
try to
No, it
hide
don't.
behind that shit.
Tank.
You
Nah,
from
I mean,
Chicago,
tank
bro?
is from.
like you
Hey,
said,
Chicago
you
God,
from
doesn't
like
have any
Chicago.
good boxers. I can't think of a single boxer from
You said you
Chicago.
from Chicago. Like that's supposed to mean something. People try to hide
No,
behind.
it doesn't mean anything, bro.
All
There's a
right
lot of
then.
people die in Chicago. Take it. I'm
But
not
people
saying
say,
like I'm hard because I'm from
but
People
people
die
say,
Chicago.
But the
everywhere,
but
bro.
streets have
I'm
nothing to
not
do with the
saying
boxing
that.
ring.
No,
you said I'm from the murder capital. You ain't never killed
no.
nobody.
You ain't
Oh
never
my
killed
God.
nobody,
tank.
boy. Been on
First of
YouTube.
all, you don't
You
know
work your
that.
9
You
to
don't
5
know
and go
that.
home.
Me,
All right. First of
Nah,
I mean,
all,
tank.
I
Tank
know
is
what
from
Foodie.
Maryland, and so is
the
Sugar
way
Ray
that you
Leonard.
up here talking. You kill somebody, your ass be in jail. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. You ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer.
you're
Foodie.
obviously not
Foodie, you
from
gotta be careful,
Chicago.
bro. You're gonna incriminate yourself, huh?
Yeah, that's what Foodie up here
You're
talking.
obviously not from Chicago. I'm not saying I
Call
kill
the body.
motherfuckers
I
from
get over
Chicago.
anybody,
Hey,
Foodie
Foodie.
likes
Hey,
to
man.
spruce and stuff up.
Foodie, the
The
candy man of the
candy.
internet.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's
Hey,
a good
Foodie.
movie.
Foodie, you call a body, bro?
nah.
What was that? I plead the
Hey,
fifth.
I
I
ain't
plead
gonna,
the fifth. I
I
plead
ain't
the
gonna
fifth.
post.
He thinking about that
You,
body in his basement.
hey, Foodie.
Hey,
Foodie.
that's
Yeah,
none of
I
your
ain't gonna post it. You take me.
business.
I ain't gonna post it on YouTube. I ain't gonna post it on YouTube. You caught a body up?
All right, thank you for not posting on YouTube. No, I didn't
Bro
fucking
looking
post
at
it.
his closet because there's a skeleton in
Y'all are
that
funny.
shit.
Nah, Foodie. If you caught
You
a
guys are
body,
some
man,
clowns. You guys are
you ain't
some
the sharpest knife in the
clowns.
drawer. You'd be locked up, bro. You
No,
wouldn't get
no,
away.
people are like, oh, Chicago's scary. It's not that bad. Just don't go to certain areas, bro.
Wait. Is you white?
No, bro. We talked about this. I'm Mexican. Like you were like, oh, you've been drinking those Coronas, and I was like, why is it gotta be Coronas? You know what I mean? Like it could
Oh
have been like
yeah.
fucking
Okay,
Bud
okay.
Light. It could have been Miller Light, and then your ass is like, no,
Foodie be
whatever.
out here in them streets,
In the
the hard
streets.
streets of Chicago. Damn.
Y'all
All
some
right, man.
I'm gonna be
fucking,
like,
Out of
go
here.
home,
y'all
man.
some fucking jagoffs.
Hey, man. I'm glad everybody come up here. We had a good time, man.
Yeah,
We
This
got
Hey,
is
the
bro,
fun.
art.
stay hungry. Keep
Huh?
grinding, bro. Your time coming.
Man,
Keep your
my
faith in
time.
God.
Since I always got faith, brother. I appreciate you. But since I decided to get on that TikTok shit, really since I decided to step into boxing,
Your
it was
time
my
now,
time.
then.
It was already my time because of my mentality. But everybody in here that came up here and support the live, thank you. As y'all all know, the full live replay will be available on
Good night.
YouTube. And I want to end out with this.
What's up with
Tank
your
Davis,
Patreon?
oh no, I ain't posting on Patreon until I'm about to post a breakdown of his fight versus Argentina. But I haven't been posting because I was posting back on TikTok. But I'm about to get back to the Patreon because I'm waiting on big fights. Patreon is really for like them fights that that you
Yeah, how
can't
you
watch on YouTube
like
right
the
now.
Benavidez fight coming up and
Yeah,
yeah.
and the
yo, you
versus
should go live
Diaz,
for that.
Bill,
You should go live for the Benavidez
all
fight.
type of. Nah, I ain't gonna be going live for him, but yeah, y'all have a good night, man.
All right, peace out.
Sir,
Oh,
yes, sir.
my last point. Tank Davis is fighting a black man with fast feet. If he's able to cut off the ring against this black man, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and everybody else, y'all asses in
They
trouble.
dangerous, bro. They going